Twenty seconds remaining.
We ready? We ready?
We're ready, baby.
Everybody ready? Super Earth. Welcome back. Welcome back to another Helldivers Experience podcast. The podcast hosted by two very experienced Helldivers, me and Mr. Pips. And in his case, more handsome. You guys already know.
Today, stop that. No,
today,
that's not true, Chad.
I know I am more handsome. Thank you. Today we welcome Phase Shifter.
Yo.
What's up, brother?
How's it going?
We're going to be doing a fun little podcast today. We're all going to collectively make a tier list. Then we'll talk about the Commando Rocket Launcher added to the game. And we will talk about some of the major orders. And then we'll talk about the 6 new shit modules. Just a chill day today for the podcast. And I know everybody loves tier lists, so I figured that would be fun. That we could all sit here like the Three Stooges and argue about what's the worst support weapon. Now, before we get into the show, be sure to check out the channel's sponsor, Instant Gaming. Tons of people in my Discord have been using my link and saving money on even just PlayStation cards or memberships and stuff like that. And you could get tons of games for a lot cheaper than they are listed for. So today they added the Commando Rocket Launcher. Now it's only available on what, X45? Is that what the planet's called? It's only available on the one planet, which is pretty cool because I've been waiting for the new biome to be available on the bot side. So that's pretty cool. But they gave us this cool little rocket launcher. And I did a couple tests with it since it's only available in the one planet. It's hard to do testing on everything. I could only test what I could find. Isaac with the $10 says three of the most handsome men all in one podcast. Yes, sir. But yeah,
yes,
I got a couple clips.
You stop it.
I got a couple clips testing some enemies. I did tanks, I did a dropship, and I tested fabricators as well.
Jesus, look at him running around like Arnold, bro.
Let me make sure the quality is better. There we go. Just put Purifier in S tier already.
Yeah, to the chopper.
So it two-shots tanks, which ain't bad. I found out you could just shoot a fabricator from any angle, which ain't bad. That's one thing I really wanted to try. So that's pretty cool. And it also cool, yeah. Two-shots dropships. Now, those were all the clips I got. Now, because it two-shots tanks, I'm pretty sure tanks is just a cannon turret on the back. And if we look at cannon turret's health, it's 750. So I'm pretty sure it does about 400 damage, which would be the same as the Patriot exosuits rockets. So that would 3-shot a Bile Titan head, 2-shot charger legs. Although, quick tip of the day before we get to the real tip of the day, make sure you're combining your stuff. So instead of using 3 rockets on a Titan head, you could use 2 Commando rockets and like an Eagle strafing run. Or if your buddy has a railgun, you could use 2 rockets and then he could finish it off. So I think it's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, the cooldown's only 1 minute and 45 seconds.
That's the important thing right there, I think.
That's definitely the important thing.
Yeah.
So it does a little bit more than half of an EAT's damage, if it's 400 damage. What do you guys think of the Commando? I know neither of you have tried it yet because it just dropped this morning.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I'm most likely gonna test it tomorrow. I'm gonna be live, so I'll stream it probably, and we're gonna take like an in-depth look at it. And hopefully, you said it's like 1 day and something left until we can unlock it everywhere.
About 1 day, like 18 hours.
Yeah, full test it against the bugs and everything as we usually do. But in terms of like what I see and how it looks, I'm gonna ask you one question. Does it feel light when you're holding it, or does it feel like really heavy? And what's the ammo economy?
So do you mean, well, first of all, Full Metal with the 5 says thick fillet open on Sundays, unlike Chick-fil-A. That's my thing, man. I'm open on Sundays. Do you mean like the weapon handling? Like how fast does it sway back and forth?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel heavy, I don't think.
Okay. FaZe, you haven't tried it either, right?
Because I'm used to using recoilless rifle, and recoilless rifle drags a lot.
I haven't tried it, but I think just from watching that, it looks like it's highly viable. Highly viable to use. So I'm all for that. More variety, more combos, the better.
And it doesn't have that weird wind up. You know how the EAT has that freaking wind up before you're able to shoot it? It doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Like, so it feels more like reactive.
Yeah.
Like it just
sure.
goes. Okay, that's good. That's
Like,
good. That's good.
I don't think you need peak physique with it.
That's good. Oh, okay. But does it feel better with a peak physique though?
I mean, I'm sure. No, I haven't tried it with peak physique yet. We can boot up the game.
Peak physique off since it came out. I don't use anything else now. It just
same here. Yeah.
much better.
Speaking of peak physique, Bugsy says, "Oh, by the way, the Superstore has the medium armor with peak physique. Get it while you can, guys. Load up your game and buy peak. Do you not have that one, Pips?
I don't think I do. Did we not get a? No, we got the heavy with peak physique in the.
Yeah, but the medium was in the Superstore when the War Bond dropped.
Oh, I never picked it up. No, good call. I'll grab it.
All right, open your games, boys. Go grab medium peak physique while you can. But yeah, I think the Commando is pretty cool. I heard that it was gonna have a 3-minute cooldown. I don't know if that was from leaks or what. But when I heard it had a 3-minute cooldown, I was like, that kind of sucks. But 1:45 ain't bad. It's almost twice as long as EATS, but it's only 1:45. It's really not that bad. I don't think the cooldown's too bad. Plus, what if you bring both? What if you bring Commando and EATS?
Yeah, you could.
You know, you could probably shoot one EATS at a Bile Titan head and one Commando. I'm wondering how it's going to feel for Charger legs, though. Like, if it's only 400 damage... I think a normal charger leg is 500 and a Behemoth charger is 650. So it should probably still take 2 for charger legs, which kind of sucks a little bit. But again, you can combine it with like Eagle strafing runs, Gatlin barrage, a teammate with a railgun.
Yeah, we'll have to test it for sure.
So I don't have the last ship upgrade all deer. It's 145. I don't have the 5%, the new one that just came out yet. So it seems like 1:45 for now. It's 450 damage. Okay, I gotta think of some breakpoints, but that's cool. FaZe, any comments on the Commando? Again, we know you haven't tried it yet.
It looks sick, and it looks like a lot of fun, and well, we're going to go into this in a moment, aren't we? Weapon combinations, combining primaries and supports together, I think, is the backbone of the game. You know, that is what we need to work, and having more options that works for both bugs and bots is, for me, paramount. That's what they need to be leaning towards. So I'm all for having things like a spear that fires 4 shots without a rubbish lock on, and works like
I agree.
Anti-tank. So
the power fantasy.
You know what I would think would be a great addition to the game? A sidearm like hand cannon that had like 1 shot in it and you had to reload, but it did like 50 heavy armor damage. So that way you could use it with stuff like the Commando to break charger legs.
Yeah,
and be,
like combine it and stuff.
Yeah,
like quick swapping and stuff.
Be like more ammo
like
efficient.
The grenade pistol, but with a rocket.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, why not? I like even the melee damage perk that is on the peak physique. Oh, sorry, on the armor. That would be good, bro. If it at least one hit. What's it called? Not chargers, but hunters.
If the melee
like
did?
Yeah,
they
like
should
if
make
it gave
that.
You the ability.
They should make that melee stronger, because, like, dude, it's melee. Like, you literally have to go in and 1v1 enemies.
Yeah, it only needs to be increased by 900%, and then it's okay.
Only a little bit.
Yeah.
Only a little bit. All right. Maybe we should get into the phase shifter tip of the day. Take it away, phase shifter. Let's see what it is.
Let's go.
I think it has to do with the Blitzer.
I'm an advocate of possibly one of the most polarizing weapon choices in the game, the Blitzer shotgun. Against bugs, I think this is one of the best choices you can go with for fun factor, provided you enjoy the frontline aggressive playstyle. To enjoy this weapon though, top of the list is to get out of the habit of constantly ADSing, something I used to be guilty of, and make sure your movement patterns lean towards working horizontally when being pressed by hordes as opposed to vertically, and operate along the edges. Get comfy hanging around the edges of bug breaches and enjoy the ducking, weaving and zapping. The next point isn't just limited to the Blitzer per se, but it seems to really shine with this weapon. If you are running away from enemies with your crosshair facing away due to the lock-on nature of the weapon when you fire, you will immediately turn and fire a shot off with pinpoint accuracy. I've also seen crazy Mr. Pips using this with the crossbow, and I think people don't realise that if you are running away from a target and you want to just boop a shot in, you can just fire. You don't have to ADS. This is massive in terms of getting the efficiency right with your weapon. When you don't ADS the Blitzer, this encourages a larger frontal cone AoE style attack that you can see in the clip. This, for the vast majority of the time, is what you want to be utilizing as your approach to take out vaster quantities of chaff, but ADSing the Blitzer appears to focus the shot in a more concentrated line, and you can decapitate brood commanders in 1 to 2 shots with this. If you've bounced off the Blitzer, give it another try with these pointers in mind.
I agree.
Can I just jump straight in? Can I jump straight in?
Go for it. Go for it.
I want to test something here. Chat, put a Y if you love the Blitzer.
No, put a
or
1.
like to use it.
Put a 1.
Put a 1. And if you don't, put a 2.
Yes,
Just do that
please.
now for me. Like to
There we
see
go.
this.
There we
I
go.
like the Blitzer. I've been enjoying it a lot with grenade launcher, actually, against bugs. There's a weapon combination, grenade launcher and Blitzer, because the grenade launcher is really ammo heavy and the Blitzer's infinite ammo. Hey, look at all those 1s. What does 3 mean?
Surprised.
What does 4 mean?
Justin 4?
What are you guys talking about?
Justin's drunk.
What's up, Jonathan?
69.
With the 3.
I agree with get real.
Yeah, once they fix the arcing through dead bodies as well, it'll be a lot better.
I
think
what I can't get my head around with the Blitzer is, and I play it a lot, but I just can't find the consistency. Brood commanders are a good example here. When you ADS at a brood commander, what makes the difference between a 1-shot, a 2-shot, or a 3-shot? Is it if you're walking forwards? Is that what it is? Is it the W?
No,
tech?
I think it's.
what is it?
I think it's. So the Blitzer has like what 5 chains. So if you get all the chains, so first of all, if you ADS, you notice the chains focus more in one spot, right?
Yeah.
Versus when you're not ADSing. So I think it's still just a little bit of RNG, even if you are ADSing, whether all 5 chains hit the brood head.
So
Most of the
do you
time
think
it'll
that
one tap
maybe-
it though.
they need to really show that in the animation then, don't they? Because you can't tell when you ADS if the chains are missing. It just looks the same every time. as far as I'm-
Yeah. The animation is a little bit weird too. But in general, if they fix also the issue where one of the bolts, so to call it, just goes in a random direction, especially if there's like dead bugs and you don't even notice it. But if you slow it down, you'll see that some of them just hit something that you're not even aiming towards.
Yeah.
And that's where you lack the DPS that you want on that brood commander instead of just the dead hunter, you know?
Yeah.
I think if they fix that, that also makes Arc Thrower really good. I really enjoy Arc Thrower still, like, apart from like, I don't know why they made it so that Behemoth takes anywhere from 87 to 144 shots, but
It's
apart
because
from that,
Behemoth
like,
heads are literally tankier than Bile Titan heads. So Rendar in the chat says Blitzer recoilless. I will say one thing, Rendar. I learned this when I was running my railgun build and I brought Blitzer with me. I realized I couldn't shoot charger legs because you can't aim it. And I was like, shit, maybe this isn't a good combo. So I know you're liking it, Rendar, but I actually don't recommend Blitzer with recoilless against bugs. Because when you shoot off a charger leg, unless you bring the pocket shotty, you're going to have trouble finishing them off. But
you can focus on that. Yeah.
I found it really fun with the grenade launcher, like I said, because you do have grenade launcher supply pack, but also it's like, you know, grenade launcher is still really ammo intensive. So the Blitzer is like a nice thing to swap to.
I think the arc thrower as well. I know we just mentioned that previously. Like, it was horrendous when they nerfed it. Like, when they took that stagger away from the Hulks. I know some people are saying, oh, you know, it was too powerful. I disagree. I used to love
highly
throwing
disagree.
a relay shield down,
I
standing
disagree
in front of Hulks, and it wasn't easy mode, man. You had to know what you were doing. You had to kind of time your shots and figure out where they were going. But like, I jumped on the arc thrower about a week ago now. I had so much fun on it, man.
Me
It's
too,
still
me too, yeah.
really, really good. Really
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
weapon. Haven't played it for a while. Jump
I
back on it,
think-
guys, because it is.
I
fun.
think the argument for why they took the arc stagger away from Hulks is that arc thrower's infinite ammo, it has heavy armor penetration. But my counter argument to that is that the arc thrower doesn't do a lot of damage. It really doesn't. Like,
No.
it takes, what, 6 shots to kill a Hulk, unless you stun it and he's leaning forward and you can actually make it arc into the eye.
It feels a bit like, to kind of draw a similarity to the Plasma Punisher when you're playing against bots. Like, you don't do an exaggeratedly large amount of damage to Devastators, but for what that lacks, the stun locking
Yeah,
that you can get away with
The
there
stun
kind of
locking.
makes the difference. That
'Cause it's
is,
utility.
for me,
and you can help your
and that
teammates.
for me is where they need to be going. Like that for me, the Plasma Punisher, the Arc Thrower, anything that kind of has interesting mechanics to it is what they need to lean into more to make more viable loadouts.
Yep.
Bro, I think, tell me if this is too spicy of a take. I think arc thrower should straight up stagger Bile Titans.
If it doesn't stagger, I think stagger would be a little bit like, not from my perspective, but from there, that's probably, if the devs hear this, they'll be like, these guys are crazy, right? So I don't.
Bro,
think they'll
here's
ever
the thing
do it,
though. Here's the thing though.
But I think it should do more damage, way more to heavy armor.
Well, here's the thing
Makes
though.
no sense.
Instead of doing way more damage, make it the Stagger King. That's what they wanted to rebalance it for. And here's the other thing is that, holy shit, worst with the 50. Very
The
cool to see y'all
worst.
together. See
There
you
he
in
is.
there. Yo, worst.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Can we get some W7s in the chat, please? Chat, worst is the burst. Anyways, worst. Thank you. Holy crap.
Thank you so much. Bruce.
But the arc thrower, listen, go shoot an arc thrower solo at a Bile Titan. Okay, it does, like, you're not gonna kill it in any time fast. So it's like,
yeah.
it's like it only chains, it only
makes
chains
sense,
to
yeah.
3 or 4 enemies at a time. Like, if it just staggered everything it touched, number one, it would make sense because it's electricity. But number two, you would be like the support player on your team.
And I like that. I think, having the
That's
idea
cool, yeah.
of
That's a good
the
idea.
loadout being
And-
utility.
And you can't really control what body part it necessarily aims at, so it's even hard to combine with other things. Like how we said, use like a couple commando shots and an eagle strafing run. Like, it's hard to do that with the arc thrower because you can't really control what body part it goes to.
Yep. And
So-
it's also, don't you think that, like, not only that, but if you have a weapon that, as you said, doesn't stagger, it has to be one of the other. Like, what does it do? Like, you got to look at it and understand, like, what is its role? Can you make it work? Yes. But at the same time, you can make anything work in this game, even on Helldive difficulty. So does that mean it's good? No. So it has to have, like, its own niche, and it doesn't really. It's fun. I love it, but it's not like super powerful where you would be relying on it, and it zaps your teammates too. So
Chat, you know my favorite loadout on Eradicate missions recently?
Go.
We'll bring the anti-personnel mines, the fire mines, the Tesla tower, and then we bring the airburst launcher because it destroys all that stuff. And we still haven't lost. We still haven't lost an Eradicate mission with that troll loadout.
You had
this man has lost his mind.
You can make anything work.
Played way too much.
Yep.
You can truly make anything work. It's true.
The thing about the airburst is, like, and I don't use it. I've used it very rarely, but like sometimes you see people in games use the airburst and just do the most insane stuff with it, like clear a screen. And how did you do that? And then you try and do it, or you see them do the next 7 shots just kill you and don't kill a single.
Yeah,
enemy.
I hate it.
I think
I hate it.
airburst is probably better against bots because the bugs constantly advance on you.
Yeah,
So it's tough to use against them.
I'd literally just go on that planet completely butt naked, like instead of, I don't care. I will never pick that thing up.
All right, so before we all
Here first, Kat.
before we all get on to the tier list, let's all talk about some good weapon combinations that you could use against bugs or bots. It's not going to be one each. If you guys got multiple, that's cool. I got a couple. I got one for each
I've got
faction.
loads.
I know.
and loads.
Phase Shifter posted 2 videos so far of different weapon combinations, and people seem to be liking them. I'll share the link in chat. The Phase Shifter's videos. so that you guys
Just
can watch it
fun.
after.
It's just fun.
So why don't you go first, FaZe? One weapon combination. We'll go in a circle.
Well, I just start by saying that the premise behind this is that the game, people are going on about the game dying and stuff. Like, you've got to find the fun in the game, and the fun in the game is playing around and having fun with your mates and coming up with wacky loadouts. So that's where all this sort of comes from. And for me at the moment, against bots, my favorite loadout is without a shadow of a doubt the Jar Dominator and the Railgun with peak physique. And you set yourself up to deal with heavies with the stratagems, and you just go to town on Devastators. And and with peak physique and with the fast reload ship module now, boom, 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 you just shred, and you're getting all these nice collaterals, getting good angles. It just promotes a really fun movement-based play style. So for me, if you haven't tried that, and at first I was like, is this going to work? Man, water loadout, so much fun. And then bugs, I would say.
Well, wait. Let's talk about that first loadout, because I think you would want to combine that with like a rocket sentry for gunships, right?
Yes, or autocannon.
What up? No, not autocannon. You're running railgun. Oh, you mean the sentry?
Oh, he means the sentry.
The sentry, the sentry.
Both.
And swap them back and forth when there's gunship patrols.
That's the other key. Yeah, take both sentries and sort of limit yourself and say every time something big comes in, throw one down and leave the other one till the next attack. And you find yourself in a really nice rhythm.
Do you run it on the gunship patrol maps or no?
Yes.
You just don't care?
Yeah, because
Rocket Sentry is really good against gunship patrols.
Absolutely, and I expect that the people that I play with, because I do play with the same sort of people usually, I expect them to kind of look at the loadouts, and we do talk about it and say, right, well, I'm going to be weak against gunships. Can you make sure that that's covered? And someone's got a spear or whatever, and it's just GG, man. We just roll through.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. The Commando. So it just dropped this morning. Like, listen, guys, I woke up a freaking hour ago. I rushed to get a couple clips. I couldn't find any gunships to test the Commando on because it has the laser pointer, which should help you track the gunships a little bit better. So maybe the Commando would work as a expendable call-in for that loadout too. Worst, dropped another 20, just started using Railgun and Quasar again, took this long to get over the heartache. Good to be back. I enjoy the Quasar sometimes. Worst, thank you for the 20, brother. You know I appreciate it. But yeah, all right. Before you go to your second loadout, let's let Pips get in. We'll go around in a circle.
Oh, okay. Lately, I've been absolutely loving the incendiary shotgun and grenade launcher combo because it covers everything on the bug side, man. Like, I don't have to worry about nothing. Like, my life is good. I'm chilling. I'm destroying bugs, closing bug holes, killing Bile Titans. Throw in a 110, break the armor, shoot him with the grenade launcher, like two-tap him, get him the hell out of there. You know, it's extremely fun. And the grenade launcher in general has literally, I use it more now than I do the flamethrower, which is crazy because flamethrower is my favorite support weapon of all time. But I've been loving that combo, and I think it's so strong once you kind of master it in combination with even the precision strike or the 500 or the 110s, and then you have the incendiary shotgun for like shriekers and everything that gets close to you in that range where the grenade launcher starts to bounce.
Oh,
that's when you kind of switch to the incendiary and slap them around, and you don't have to think about bug holes, right? So your secondary slot is whatever you want because it covers everything.
Pocket shoddy.
Yes, with the 3 bursts. Dude, that effect when you hit the warriors and they explode like the railgun.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That is sick.
Dude, railgunning warriors is one of the funnest things ever.
100%.
It's such a waste of ammo, but they just explode. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you just want to keep doing it because it's so cool. You don't want to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I was talking about this earlier, Blitzer with grenade launcher, but you're right about shriekers. They do become a pain in the
shriekers, ass. Yeah, they do. So that's why I like to run it.
That's fair. All right, for me, I have a combination for bots, and this was actually another phase shifter loadout video a while ago, but the sickle and the AMR. Because I started playing with that.
Okay, I see it.
And I think the sickle has fell out of popularity a little bit recently, but it's good against both factions. So I just want to bring that up because the sickle has like 90 before it overheats, and you can literally just spray it at Devastator heads, and like it'll just land the 3 bullets it needs, just because it sprays so fast and so many bullets. And with the AMR, you just cover everything.
Yep.
Senator in with it now. So when you're spraying down trash and your sickle's about to overheat, if you've got the Senator, you switch to the Senator, and you've got another, is it 6 shots in the Senator, just to kind of end that burst back, and then when you can change back to the sickle and it's kind of lost some heat as well, it's a really nice combo, man. I love that loadout. The jetpack.
Yeah, plus the sickle is another technically infinite ammo gun. And again, with the AMR, since the AMR has a decent amount of ammo, you can just swap to it when your sickle's about to overheat. That way you can let the heat wear off and keep it going against bots. Because the sickle crushes Devastators and small bots, and then the AMR crushes Devastators and Hulks. And it's just a good combo. Even Factory Striders. It's just a really fun combo to use.
Getting underneath a Factory Strider with the AMR and just dumping clips into it, mags into it, and stunning everything underneath.
Under the Factory Strider with almost anything is great. Even the laser cannon's great.
Yeah.
All right, FaZe, your weapon combo. You want to go bugs now?
Okay. Bugs. So this might not be the most effective choice, but man, it's fun. I'm still not over, like many people, what they've done to the Eruptor. It hurts inside to use that weapon now. I would take it back in its original state where you got sucked into a vortex. I don't care. I want it back. But if you use the Eruptor, and I use the Stalwart for this, but obviously firing the Eruptor at things like bile spewers, it's okay, but you've got that annoying rechambering animation. Some of you might know where I'm going with this. If you get into a rhythm with something like the Stalwart, where you can switch between the Eruptor and the Stalwart to kind of fill that rechambering animation, it skips it completely. So you can just keep spamming the Eruptor in between spraying down chaff. And if you get kind of savvy with it, you can clock where all the big targets are, like your Brood Commanders, like your Bile Spewers. Make sure you're landing your Eruptor shots there, and switch to the Stalwart in between the shots to kill all the small ones off. And like, man, it's a really fun loadout. And if you throw an MG turret in there now with that low cooldown as well, it's like bullet hell. It's awesome. Really good fun.
Yo, Johnny B with the 5 gifted.
Let's go, Johnny.
Appreciate that, Johnny.
Appreciate it,
Nice,
man.
Johnny.
W's in the chat, please. All right, so I'm just gonna say about Phase Shifter's loadout. Fuck that. The Eruptor sucks. Make sure you're using the Scorcher. You know why? Because the Scorcher pops Charger booties like it's no one's business.
Fair.
You try that one yet, FaZe?
I haven't tried the Scorcher against bugs much, I'll be honest.
Scorcher Stalwart. Scorcher Stalwart.
Okay.
It's fun.
That sounds nice.
Dude, it's like you though, dude. It's like you. I want the shrapnel back on the Eruptor so bad.
I miss it so much.
All right, right before Pips' next loadout, Tobias with the 5. Love the collab. More like this, please. We do this podcast once a week.
Appreciate it, man.
And we get different YouTubers on here. I might start getting 2 guests as well, because it might be fun to have 4 people on here.
Yeah.
More W's in the chat. All right, Pips, go ahead with your weapon loadout.
Like I've been listening to you guys, right? I love the ideas, but I'm kind of my heart is kind of shattered. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it's a little bit heartbroken because nobody mentioned my baby Rachel. What about the plasma shotgun, man? No. First of all, I call plasma shotgun Rachel. Okay.
Why?
Put it out because what? You don't know this?
No.
I named them, and it's Rachel because I love Rachel McAdams. Okay, so it's whatever. It's Rachel. It's my baby. You know that weapon is an absolute monster. Looks beautiful. Performs even better. And I know obviously you got to combine it with the flamethrower, man. Come on, you just melt all the bugs. And I don't want to hear this, Pip. What about bots? Chat, I don't play against bots because I don't want to get ragdolled. If I want to do that, I'll go wrestle. Okay? I'm not a big fan of ragdolling. So for now, until they fix that stuff, I'm enjoying the
What, you
bug
don't
life.
like getting thrown around?
No.
Dude,
no.
Illuminate's going to come out and Pips is going to get shit on day 1 and he's going to go back to bugs.
Nah, dude. Illuminates, I'm going to be the best player against Illuminates, guaranteed.
You're gonna get
Solo
sniped
completions
by the Illuminate sniper.
You can't snipe me. Not that easy. I'm getting out of the way, bro. Trust.
So wait, you said the plasma shotty with which support weapon?
Flamethrower, 100%.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Killed the Bile Titans easily with the plasma shotty, and
yeah, that combo's really fun. You know what I used to love with the flamethrower? The eruptor, man. Eruptor again.
Yeah.
Missed that gun.
So much.
But plasma, Pips, you know, plasma shotty is one of my favorites too.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. I hope that. But guys, just to make it very clear, if the devs are listening, plasma shotgun sucks. And it needs a damage buff, at least 80% with a magazine plus 50% and a fast reload. There.
It doesn't do anything to Bile Titans when you strip their armor off. It
does nothing. It does nothing.
Yeah, it does nothing.
Small as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's so good. I think it needs nerfed. If you're listening, devs, nerf the plasma
You
shotty.
better watch your mouth. What is wrong with you?
I'm just kidding.
No, he's joking. He's joking.
I'm joking. It's actually horrible.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
All right, so my weapon combination, speaking of the plasma shotty, against bots again, the plasma shotty with the HMG. Because the HMG is powerful enough, again, to kill every bot. You definitely got to get used to the HMG's recoil because it is kind of hard to use. So you got to practice with it, get good with it, follow the little circle rather than the crosshair. But since it runs out of ammo fast, it's nice to pull out the plasma shotty. And the plasma shotty realistically doesn't do an insane amount of damage. But what it does do is it'll stagger groups. So like it's more of a group weapon. It's good for taking out big groups, which complements the HMG because the HMG is like low ammo, single target. And it's a good combo. And bring your Eagle Airstrike and your Precision Strike and your 380mm Barrage, whichever two of those you want. And it's really fun against bots, in my opinion. Are you guys want to go for one more round?
That was going to be my next one, funnily enough. You can also play that loadout with a Scorcher as well instead of the Plasma. I mean, it's not... I would say the Plasma's probably better, but...
I like it.
The Scorcher for the gunships is quite nice.
That's true. I like the plasma shotty for groups, like I said. Like when there's like a group of small bots you need to delete real quick.
Agreed. But my last one is going to be just a bit of a fun one, really. Laser cannon and sickle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Fun, it's so much fun to play against bots. Like, just
it is. Yeah.
Switching the weapons and like once you get again, I feel like Helldivers core gameplay. It's all about rhythm. Get into a rhythm, feeling the way the game moves. Like the Blitz is an example of this. I feel like when you get good with the sickle and the las cannon, and you get used to switching it out, man, you just got infinite ammo and you just clear screens with it. It's awesome. And then throw an autocannon turret in there and GG. Really nice.
True. All right, Pips, you got another loadout?
If I was to go for another one, I would say on the bot side, if I was playing the bots, I really love the laser cannon there because what it does is it completely kind of changes the gameplay, right? It's gunplay, but it's not, right? Like you're going for those precision spots and the legs and all the fun stuff. And then you can combine it with pretty much whatever you want, honestly, in the primary slot because laser cannon is so good. And we've had this conversation, right, Filet? And
dude, laser cannon was slept on for the longest time against bots.
Yeah, it was. I think the only thing where people kind of also didn't know was, how to deal with some stuff in the weak spots or whatever. But yeah, it feels really good. And then you can probably combine it with, let's say, the Dominator even, which feels good against them, or Scorcher, amazing, Plasma Shotgun, so many primaries that you can work with on that front,
Yeah, for sure. All right, my last loadout will be for bugs because I gave 2 bot loadouts. I want to say the railgun and the pummeler because the pummeler
he's doing this on purpose to me, bro.
Even though
on purpose to me,
the pummeler is weird against bots now since they nerfed it, but it's still fine against bugs. So what's nice, so what I used to like to do with the pummeler was I would run it with the Senator, and then between the pummeler and the Senator, and I would use impact grenades as well. But between the pummeler and the Senator, I could kill all light enemies and all medium enemies. And I could like stun brood commanders or bile spitters, and then I would literally finish them with the Senator. But what's nice about the pummeler and the railgun, and a supply pack as well. is that you can stun like a brood commander coming at you, and then you could just railgun it once, which is super nice. And if you strip the charger leg armor, the pummeler, when you shoot it at it, will stun it and kill it. So what my loadout is pummeler, railgun, supply pack, eagle strafing run, and orbital Gatling barrage. And then all my stratagems and my railgun all chip heavy armored units, and I can pretty much deal with anything. It's definitely better in squads than it is solo, but it's very fun in squads. And you know, if you have some teammates with, like, if someone brings the commando soon enough, it'll be. I think railgun will be a good combo with the commando. What's your question?
Question is this: if you could delete one item from the game, what would it be?
Delete an item?
Yeah, delete it.
I don't want to delete any items. We need more items.
Get out.
See, FaZe is locked in. He said right away. He knows. He's sure he hates it, bro.
Dude,
See?
a lot of people love the airburst.
Disgusting.
Be careful, FaZe.
I know.
No.
I
What
talked
about
trash
you?
on I talked trash on the airburst in my YouTube community section the other day, and people roasted me. They said skill issue.
Yeah, well, they need to watch their mouth because that weapon is horrible. Let's be honest. But like, what's yours? Delete one.
Thermite. Get rid of thermite, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting.
It's thermite.
Yeah, okay.
Thermite is such a tease, bro. They didn't give it enough damage. Like, I'm not saying thermite should maybe just kill anything on its own, but like, dude, half the time it doesn't stick, and when it does, it barely does anything.
Okay.
It barely does anything.
You can ask me now.
Ask you what? It's like, I'm just kidding. What item would you delete, Pips?
A pummeler.
But wow. Why?
Really?
Yeah, there we go.
Why?
How does that feel?
Wow.
I don't know, man. I don't like it. It's like a personal thing, okay? It's me and Pummeler, and I need it out. Like, I don't like it.
That's messed up.
Something about it, like the stagger. I don't know.
Yeah, even that pre-nerf state when it used to make things vibrate. Did you not like it then?
That's messed
I
up.
never liked it. I never liked it, Face.
Man.
It's like some kind of personal feud. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know.
That's messed up, bro.
My bad, chat.
Someone in chat mentioned that Behemoth Chargers made the EAT move down to C tier for them. And I don't know everyone who knows about the W key tech and Behemoth Chargers anymore. So let me just play this clip of me one-shotting a Behemoth Charger. They actually have a spot on their back where if you're moving forward, you can one-shot them. So that sounds weird, but for anyone who doesn't know, I know a lot of people in chat already know because we talked about that on the Erevan podcast, but your guns have drop-off damage the moment you shoot them. So if you move forward, you can get that damage back. And the devs know about this, so they might fix it. But you can literally one-shot Behemoth Chargers. Also, thank you, Bulbasaur. Wait, this charger's mine.
Oh, whoa, look at that stun. Oh, he'd be dead. Oh, he'd be dead.
So notice I'm walking forward. We found the spot, Bulbasaur. So there's literally a spot. It's like their third or fourth skill up. And you can literally one-shot any charger in the back. Alternatively, you could just walk forward and shoot off their leg armor. And keep in mind, Quasar, EAT, and Recoilless all do the same damage. So I just got to spread that because it's a weird, it's a weird tech, the W key tech. If you're not pressing W, you're throwing. Always advance towards the enemy.
How is it a thing?
It's because of, honestly, a lot of people say that. Like, how is that a thing?
Game design.
It actually, that's like one of those things that actually makes sense to me. Like with the way drop-off damage works and velocity, it makes sense to me, to be fair.
So would that mean, okay, if that makes sense, would that mean that if you would stand with the rocket launcher and I'd push you?
Yeah, you would do more damage.
Yeah. Sure,
Oh, God. No.
Dude, you know what we tested when me and
breaking my
Erevan
brain.
figured that out? I sat in Discord for hours, and I tried jump packing and using the speed booster to one-shot a Bile Titan. I couldn't do it.
I was trying that on stream too.
We tried
it for a while, but it didn't do anything.
All right, I'll spill the secret tech to you guys. If they ever add vehicles to the game, if they go fast, enough, you might be able to do some stupid things.
Yeah.
Shots are plenty.
might be able to do some stupid things.
Oh,
All right.
are we doing it? Is it time?
Oh, no.
All right. Before we move
Oh,
on to the
no.
tier list, we've been edging you guys for this tier list the whole stream, but it's time for Phase Shifter to suffer with
Phase, you got this,
Who's
bro.
That Stratagem, the game show where you either got to guess the code of the stratagem, or if I show you the code, you have to guess which stratagem it is. Now,
You got this, Face. Come on, bro.
hot
Lock in.
tip, Phase Shifter, but stick your fingers on your stratagem keys and type them in when you see them. That'll help a little bit.
Already
Ready? Ready?
You got this. Come on.
Everybody's favorite part of the show. Come on.
Who's that?
Stratagem.
Oh, he's locked in, chat. Look at him. He's locked in. I can tell.
Down. Eat. Final
Eat.
answer? Final answer?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the anti-material rifle. Dude, you should
How
know
did
that
I
one.
not get that?
You should know that one.
Same thing.
What's this one? What's this one?
Jetpack.
1 for 1.
Down, up, down, up.
Jetpack.
Jetpack, final answer?
Yeah.
Final answer? You sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jet.
sorry,
Oh,
bro.
Let's go.
It's actually
2 for 2.
No, it's actually the jump pack.
Okay, dude. Okay, dude. That's a dub. No, 2 for 2. 2
Yo,
for 2.
Genesis with the 20. I appreciate that, brother. Can we get some
Yo,
salutes?
Jen.
Yeah, he says just here to see Pip's gorgeous face. Cheers. Yeah, it's the jump pack, not the jet pack. All right, keep it going. Keep it going.
2 for 2, Face.
Stratagem.
You want to?
That's up, right, down,
Jump.
down. Up, right,
My
down,
bad.
down.
My bad.
1 second.
Up, down, right. Ah! No.
Up,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
down, right.
Did I get it right?
You were close. He was
Stratagem.
he was close, chat. He said up, right, down. He just forgot the last right. All right, this
I
one.
forgot the last one.
What the hell is this, bro?
Down,
Oh.
right, down, up, left.
Is that
Type it in.
HMG?
Final answer? Final answer? It's your favorite, bro, the arc thrower.
These are all things I use. I'm disappointed in myself.
Stratagem.
This is easy, but I don't remember
I know it is, but it's up, right.
Up, right, final answer?
Yeah.
Down, up.
Final answer? Ooh, so close. Right, up.
All going wrong.
He was so
Damn.
close. He was so close.
Who's that?
Stratagem.
Are you serious? You want him to? How is he gonna guess that?
Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Oh my
Final
god!
answer?
My man winged it.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right, I think it's down, up, left, down, up, right.
Nah, if you remember that, you're a fucking automaton. Or
I can't
something.
remember
Oh
if
my-
there's a down, up at the very end, but it's down, up, left, down, up, right, and then maybe one more down. Down,
Not far off.
down, up, left, down, up, right, down, up. Okay, so it did end up. It
Oh.
did end in down, up. All right, Phase Shifter, you got 2 out of 6. That's actually not bad. That's
Okay.
better than Pips did.
Not bad.
Yo, you don't have to say that like that, bro. I didn't guess one, did I? I didn't get a single one.
Yeah, Pips, I'll never let him live it down that he thought resupply was down, up, jump.
I panicked, bro. That's called panic. Okay, I didn't know what to say. But jump should be in there, I think.
All right.
That's a skill issue.
All right, chat, we're about to be the Three Stooges arguing over a support weapon tier list against bugs. We all got to come into
Can we-
agreement where we place these things.
Can we just say as well? Can we keep it nice, please?
No.
It's yeah.
Can
It's
can we keep
as
this
long as
nice?
Pummeler's not in here, I'm good, bro.
All right, I'm adding the pummeler.
If you see what
No.
people say to people in comment sections about tier lists, you'll know.
Chat, this
This
is
can get
our opinion. You don't have to agree. We're just
No, you
doing
need to
this
agree.
for fun.
Or else you get banned.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ban you.
Yes, thank you, Filet.
And chat, feel free to chime in. Rage at us if we put your favorite support weapon in F tier.
This is going to be a bloodbath. Bloodbath.
Rage at us if we put your favorite support weapon in F tier. All right, so anti-material rifle against bugs. Pips, what do you think about the anti-material rifle?
Dog shit.
Okay, so Pip says F tier. FaZe, what do you think about it?
Against the bugs, right?
Yeah, against the bugs.
Against bugs. Are we only doing bugs?
Yeah, just bugs.
Oh, okay. I put it. I mean, I'd probably put it D, but I'm willing to be convinced by Pips that it is, as he put it so eloquently, dog shit.
Yeah, my bad.
All right, so for me personally, I think the anti-material rifle is good on Bilespewer maps. It doesn't have the best charger kill unless you aim for the legs. It can notably destroy Shrieker Nests and Spore Towers, which is pretty solid utility. But when you take it and it ends up not being a Bilespewer map, it feels worse. So I actually think it's better than Pips is making it out to be. But if you're not on a Bilespewer map, it's definitely a bit lower.
Okay, what do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I think it's B tier on Bilespewer maps, but on non-Bilespewer maps, it's like D tier.
But are we need to do overall though, right? We need to do overall though.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But-
throw that in F tier. and
But
let me
we
sleep
do
tonight.
gotta point out,
Where's
nah,
the
it's better than you're making it out to be.
Oh God.
Have you ever
Okay,
tried
D
it?
tier.
Have you ever tried it on a
It's-
Bilespewer map?
Yes.
Yeah, one taps
Well,
every
not
Bilespewer. It's nice.
specifically- yeah, it's good for Bilespewers, but like for everything else.
And
I don't know.
Shrieker Nests.
How many shots does it kill a bile spear with?
One
Takes one.
to the head.
Yeah, headshot him.
Okay.
No, FaZe, don't backtrack now. Stay with me here. Stay with me, FaZe. Okay.
Yeah, it's mainly
I
a
don't
bot
need-
weapon, but it's better than most
I-
people think on bugs. Let's move on. All right,
Okay, okay.
flamethrower.
Oh my God. that was close.
Flamethrower, definitely F tier, right?
Yo. Nah. Who's my
Easy,
baby.
easy
Put,
S tier.
Scarlet and S tier. Scarlet deserves S tier. Throw in
Dude,
there.
what are all these names for all your support
Yeah,
weapons?
Scarlet.
Is it?
Yes,
Scarlet.
FaZe. Yes. Scarlet goes into S, bro. Easy. Chat.
Be careful.
Can you,
be careful.
Philly? Can you please ban Johnny? Thank you.
Why?
He said A tier. Like, can you please?
Devs are watching this though. We could see some nerfs coming. Let's just be aware.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
boys. If we get the flamethrower nerf, don't blame us. Blame the devs because they hate
It
fun.
I agree.
is S tier. S tier.
Blame the devs for hating fun. All right, grenade launcher.
Oh,
I don't think
no,
it's
no, no,
S
no.
tier. I don't think it's S tier.
Isn't it?
I say A tier. What do you guys say?
It's a toss up between S and A for me.
Right now, it's a toss up for sure. If I'm being honest, I would probably put it in between S and A, but since we don't have that, because like if you think about it, it does everything. Now, obviously, when it comes to little ad clear, you're not gonna do as great unless you understand range control really well as you will with a flamethrower.
Well, it's
But you
amazing for
can
ad
do
tier.
that. And
It's got
you can
bug
kill
hole.
Bile Titans easily though. Also,
Bug hole utility.
it kills Titans. It kills Chargers
rocket pods
with
or
a little bit
something
of skill.
first.
Yeah.
It does kill
Flamethrower can't do
chargers.
that. You
Grenade
see where
launcher-
we're going with this?
grenade-
Right? You
gre-
see it?
Grenade launcher is definitely really strong since the buff because even though that
It is.
little 50 damage, it literally upped its breakpoints against everything. Like it kills everything
that-
one grenade
Yes.
sooner than it used to.
I'd argue it's always been very good. Like it was one of the first weapons I really fell in love with playing.
I
the game.
agree.
think
It's always been. I used it as well. Like I did my first Helldives at level 15, trying to get to 20, and I just ran around with grenade launcher and collected samples and bug nests for my friends.
Yeah. What about A without the supply pack? S with the supply pack.
Supply
like
pack
that.
is just required for grenade. If it's without the supply pack, it's F tier.
It's S tier. then.
Listen,
Let's can we? So what are we saying here?
I
if you
think
got
S.
listen,
I'm going S.
we're gonna do majority. So if you both
Okay.
vote S tier,
Okay,
then I'll
FaZe,
put it up
FaZe,
there.
What do you think, brother?
But I have good
Definitely
reasonings
S.
for why I think it's A. All right, they want to put it in S. Let's put it in S. All right, spear.
Yeah.
What do we think of the spear against bugs?
Oh.
One shots Bile Titans if you line them up. One shots Behemoth Chargers if you line them up. Sometimes it could be annoying when it hits their back instead. More so for
Okay.
Chargers, because if you hit a Bile Titan's back, it's fine. You could just kill it with other stuff.
I think
I
A.
would. Yeah.
Ammo
Maybe.
economy sucks, and one
Yeah,
of the kind of one of
exactly.
the things that's really sort of taken me by surprise. Obviously, when we got the fix with the lock on, which is amazing, you fire it so much quicker now. It's literally
Kills
Good
Shrieker
shots
Nests. Has good utility.
yeah. it's A, I'd say. If it had more rocket.
Oh, and you
then
could lock onto bug
faster reload.
holes. You could kill a stalker lair from far away. I don't know if anyone's done that yet. I did it.
Like for me, I like it, but the way I play my play style for me personally is like I'm always on the move, so I need that fast reload on the move. I just don't like wasting seconds against bugs because you guys know how it is, bro. This steroided out of its mind hunter jumps you from 500 meters away, stabbing you in the back with 2 headshots, and you're dead. So I don't like that part. I would put it in S if that wasn't the case, but probably A or between A and B because of its slow nature.
I think A tier is fair because there is a lot more mobs with the newer meta. But at the same time as that, I think a lot of people don't take into account that like you could bring 3 mobbing stratagems. Like you could bring cluster bombs, Gatlin sentry. Oh, and spear is great with HMG emplacement. Anybody try that?
I have not tried that, no.
I do agree somewhat A though, because there's a lot of charger behemoths to be fair, but there is less bile titans, and spear feels good when there's a lot of bile titans.
Bring a blitzer. Bring a blitzer.
You got
with
a
it, man.
primary weapon for that?
Yeah.
Incendiary breaker
General
literally
Rendar
covers
knows.
the weakness? Well, no,
Yeah, and you
that's
just bring
not
in
true.
incendiary breaker.
Yeah, but when you're reloading, that's not going to help though. That's my biggest problem with it. Like I definitely, but it definitely belongs in A.
So
Yeah, I agree with
spear is
that.
nice with like a Gatlin sentry because the
Yes, it can protect you.
and
I
the
get-
bugs
yeah, I
will
see it.
aggro it.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah, like you definitely need a good loadout for the spear. All right, stalwart.
Ooh.
Stalwart, I've talked a lot of trash on the stalwart. I've always said it's the most fun weapon, but it's technically the worst support weapon because it only has light pen. But I've really been enjoying my stalwart scorcher build against bugs because stalwart just
Yes.
rips down all the tiny bugs,
Yes.
and scorcher pops charger butts in literally 9 shots.
Yeah, I think it's as soon as you understand that it's a primary weapon and not a support weapon, that's when it shines. You don't look at it as a support weapon. You turn it into your primary weapon, and then you use. I like to run it with Eruptor, for example, with the peak physique, and I take care of everything. I don't use it as a support weapon. It's just my unlimited almost ammo, crazy amounts of like the full on action primary. So
Bro,
I
you
would
guys
give it-
have to try the scorcher with stalwart. I'm telling you. Do you remember when
I
the
will.
game launched?
I will.
Do you remember when the game launched and everyone said Breaker is the best primary, but nobody had the
Oh my
Scorcher
God.
unlocked yet?
Yeah.
Bro,
Drove me nuts.
I'm telling
Yes.
you, the Scorcher is still amazing.
It is, yeah, no doubt about it. I would put this between A and B, but we don't have it, so probably B then.
A
'cause I
or
don't
B?
think it's A.
All right, I
B.
vote A. Pips votes B. FaZe, you're the
It's on
tiebreaker.
me. I mean, what you said about it sort of switching roles from being a support weapon to a primary, and then using the Eruptor almost as a support's quite an interesting way of thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
one, huh?
think it is a tough one. I think, given how much I use it, which is probably a bit of a rubbish way of doing this, but I'm really stuck.
No, that's
I am
fine.
going to say
This is all our opinion.
I'm going to lean towards B, but I want there to be a middle ground. Like, it can be amazing, but I just think overall B tier.
Yeah.
And let's get a bit of variety in there as well.
Yep.
To make the tier list look like it's a bit more kind of
Yeah,
fairly.
we'll get
spread
there,
out. I
don't
think a
worry.
B. I think a B.
All right, 2 votes for B. I voted A tier. That's cool. It's all good, guys. This is our opinion. We're just having fun.
This
All
is
right.
really democratic, actually. I'm quite impressed.
Autocannon.
Exactly.
So I think people. I'll go first. I think people underrate the shit out of autocannon. I think it's better than grenade launcher, and let me tell you why. It has slightly less range than grenade launcher, so it's slightly worse at mobbing. But it kills shrieker nests. It still kills bug holes. It's still great for chargers. It's still great for bile titans. And that's why I wanted grenade launcher in A tier, because I think I wanted autocannon also in A tier, but above grenade launcher. What are your guys' thoughts?
You know how I am about the autocannon. I know a lot of people love it. I've never been a fan of it because in a game where I like the weapon itself, I like it, especially with peak physique. I think it's easily top tier. But For me, the problem is in a game where I only have 4 slots, I value every slot way too much, and I don't want to carry something just for the ammo.
Yeah,
And
but
that's always
grenade
been
launcher,
my
you got to
thing.
take a supply pack.
And it affects everything else. I get steams, I get stims, I get stuns, I get, like
That's
and,
true,
I
but you
run
get
faster.
More worthy trade-off, isn't it?
But you get an
For me, it is.
you get an extra stratagem if you're not taking supply pack and you're taking autocannon. So I
Yeah,
think it's even on that regard.
I don't think so, because I feel like my survivability goes up, my battlefield control goes up with the stun nades. I live easier, I sprint faster, which means I move around the map faster because I have stims up all the time. So there's that, but that's gonna be, I think, what the way this is gonna happen is it depends on playstyle, and whatever you kind of playstyle enjoy, that will put it either on S or A. For me, it's A. But I can see why people want it in S.
So I vote A because I would have also put grenade launcher in A like this, but we already put grenade launcher in S. But I still vote A because I think it's A tier. FaZe, what do you think about autocannon on bugs? Have you used it?
I don't use it that often, but that isn't the reasoning why I would. The thing about autocannon is as well, I think someone said it in the chat, you've got to be pretty on the money with the reloads. Once you get past half a clip, that reload time's horrendous.
Yeah.
So
you can interrupt it too if you put one clip in and cock it. You could interrupt it after that and stand back up.
How many shots is it again at the back of a charger? Is it 3?
I think 4.
3 or 4, yeah, depends. Sometimes.
But if they
stun them,
if they miss their charge, you could shoot their back leg twice.
Yeah.
And that's a kill.
Yep.
Yeah. Back leg destroys them.
Shows you how little I use the autocannon.
It is really when it comes to what's it called, charger kills. If you know what you're doing, you will get charger kills easier than, for example, the grenade launcher. For me, the grenade launcher is just a perfect combo with a lot of stratagems, and that it works for me. That's why I like it more. But I definitely understand why people like it.
Also, I think the backleg thing is legit. I think the devs have said it's a bug, but I don't think they're fixing it.
Okay.
I'm going to throw caution to the wind here, and I'm just going to say A tier, but I'm also going to preface that by saying that I don't feel like I'm qualified enough.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Me and Pips both voted A anyway, so it was going there.
Yeah, it's A. It's A.
Your vote didn't matter that time, FaZe.
Yeah, you shouldn't have even asked then,
All right, HMG. How do you guys feel about the HMG? I'll let Pips go first.
Oh, well, I really like it after the changes. Once again, I think the peak physique changed the whole game. I'm going to keep saying this, I know. But if we put Stalwart in B, there's no way we're putting Heavy in B also. It has to be above it. Like, it just makes sense.
You think HMG is better than Stalwart against bugs?
With the right setup, yeah. I was doing solo Helldives. Solo Helldives with HMG and the
I was doing solo Helldives with Stalwart and Scorcher.
Yeah. But the point is, it gives, for example, if you take the HMG, right? Well, you take the Stalwart. The Stalwart is really good against little lads, but so is Incendiary. It destroys small ones. And then if you take HMG against Brood Commanders, for example, or even Chargers,
like 2 shots their head.
Yeah, it's good, man. Especially on slower RPM, it can be so. And it also feels like you're wielding a powerful weapon because of those 2 taps on Brute. So I really like it personally, and it gave me an ability to create really cool builds and enjoy the game in a completely different way. But I don't know, they're all so good after the changes and peak physique implemented. It's tough for me. I would go for A.
So you vote A.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll say I vote B tier, but above Stalwart, because I agree. It does rip off Brood Commander heads in 2 shots, and since they upgraded the reload speed, it's definitely nicer.
And Filet, those 1-taps on Warriors and stuff, come on, man.
I think having to sit down and reload it for so long when it's not a weapon, it's not a weapon that can murder chargers from the front or really do anything to Bile Titans.
Good point.
And it against bugs, having to stop is
Yep,
Well, that's
And it
another-
also requires supply pack.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ammo economy it's pretty ammo heavy. Many good points. I
yeah.
might be just personally like a little bit biased because I enjoy it, but probably realistically between A and B would be the perfect spot. Right?
Yeah. I vote B above Stalwart. Pips, do you agree, or
Yeah,
do
I
you still
agree.
vote
I
A
agree.
tier?
No. I agree.
All right,
I
FaZe.
agree as well.
What's
Yeah,
your
I think
take on the
that's fair.
HMG against bugs?
I think you've covered it. I think that's fair. I think that
Right, yeah.
the fun factor is amazing of that gun though. Like, man, it's been game changing, as Pips has said, for me using that. It just feels nice, and when you've got like a sentry up and there's just bullets flying everywhere, it's fantastic.
Oh, and it
Yeah,
murders
yeah.
stalkers.
Yeah,
It
but I
does,
just
yeah.
think. It
Oh, yeah,
just
and it can
doesn't
kill-
Have,
Go ahead.
I say it just doesn't have that allure to me for killing bigger targets. Like it hasn't, and stop in the middle of a terminated mission when they're everywhere. Like, yeah, I think that pulls it down for me slightly. So I'd be inclined to agree with what you've both said.
Yeah.
B plus.
I'll
Yeah, B
say
plus.
right now, HMG is my favorite bot weapon now. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. It's not even
100%.
close.
Against
Yeah,
bugs,
not
it's
even
different though. It's just a different game against bugs.
Yeah. Mhm.
One other thing too, for anyone that doesn't know, HMG can long range kill Shrieker Nest, so it does have that utility, which is pretty nice. So that is true. So we're gonna keep it right here. We want to stick it in A tier.
B plus.
B plus.
plus.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, recoilless rifle. What do you guys think? Do you guys use the recoilless?
A bit. I think around
Oh.
A.
Pips, do you use recoilless?
I use it in terms of like we've tested it over and over. Once again, it's gonna be a personal thing. I just struggle to use things with, something that needs like I prefer EATs way more for me personally. So I would
You're a backpack
Probably-
loadout person, aren't you? You like having a backpack slot.
like jump pack, or the
Yeah,
shield
yeah.
or the ammo for my stims, whatever. So I would probably put this in between A and B, but probably more towards A, B plus A.
FaZe,
Somewhere
what
like
do
that.
you think?
I put it firmly in A. I think I really like it. I think if
Where
you,
in A?
if you
Above
run
autocannon, above spear?
That's a question. I would use the recoilless more than the autocannon. I think against bugs. I think.
Yeah,
but
that's a good
that
point.
would-
Same, probably.
But yeah, and that's based on I would probably run it with like the incendiary breaker
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of keep things away from me, kill things quickly.
I run it with the
and just
pummeler.
keep it range. Yeah.
Oh
okay.
my god.
But yeah, I'd probably put it below the spear. And the reload change that it's not that recent. When they changed that 3-tier reload that they put in, they changed the time, didn't they? Or they gave it another step. That was what they did, wasn't it?
All right,
That changed it for me.
here's my hot take. I put recoilless above spear. Let me tell you why. Because you can, again, combine this weapon with other stuff like Eagle Strafing Run. You can one-shot a Bile Titan head with a recoilless, and then you can Eagle Strafing Run its head. And so to me, it just has more ammo than the spear, and I still kill everything
Okay.
with one rocket.
Yeah.
Again,
point.
the W key tech is weird, but you can also break a Bile Titan's back armor if you dive and shoot the recoilless. Because for whatever reason, the W key bug's in the game. Again, the devs are aware of it. Hopefully they fix it. Hopefully they buff every weapon by like 5 damage so that the breakpoints are better. Same with Charger legs and Charger Behemoth legs. You can one-shot their legs if you're moving forward. Well, Charger Behemoths, you don't need to do that for regular Chargers. Or if you don't want to move forward, you could just one-shot their back leg, because their back leg actually has less health. So I vote above the spear because there's tech with it. That tech's definitely not accessible to everyone because that W key tech is super weird. But how do you dive and shoot a recoilless? So when you're diving, the game considers you prone and you actually have perfect accuracy. So all you need to do is line it up, click your dive button, and shoot.
I think you've convinced me.
Yeah, me too.
Good pitch.
I agree. That's a good
pitch.
point.
Should be a salesman.
And
Good
Eagle
pitch.
Strafing Run is so good with it.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
not.
see, I can see.
I'm not
I can see
arguing using gymnastics, I just think there's tech with it that you could one-shot every bigger bug in the game. And again, the devs are aware of the W key thing. They've acknowledged it. So there's a potential they'll fix it soon anyway. So
I mean, there is
as soon as that
an argument to say. Go on, sorry.
As soon as that W key thing gets fixed, it'll literally just work normal for everyone.
There is the argument, though, isn't there, to say that the spear is just so much easier now. Click and delete things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, well,
Face,
you know what we say in that time? We tell those people, get good. And we move on, Face.
So what do you guys vote? Above or below spear? I vote above spear. But you guys are the deciding vote.
You had good points, and you know how I play Filet. I always like to combine support weapons or stratagems with primaries, and the way you explained it there, I agree.
Yeah,
you
again,
made it sound more fun.
Even if you don't want to use gymnastics, just throw an eagle strafing run, bro. You get 5.
Yeah, exactly.
5 call-ins of them.
Yep.
And
I like the idea of having to combine different things together.
That's where the fun is, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you've convinced me. Me.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, laser cannon. I vote F tier.
Oh God.
Terrible.
Is there anything below F that I'm not seeing that we can put it in? Like, I don't know, like doo-doo tier or something? Let's just throw it in F.
We could just rename F to doo-doo tier.
Yeah, do it doo-doo. Yeah, do doo-doo.
Doo-doo, trash, dog, duckus tier.
Yeah, all of it.
I vote F tier for laser cannon. I will say, if 4 of you bring a laser cannon, it is very fun because it's so troll and you can kill things. If all 4 people have a laser cannon and the laser backpack and the orbital laser and the scythe and the dagger.
The dagger.
Laser will begin. Yep.
Do it. Laser lords.
And again, like the HMG laser cannon was my favorite gun last patch against bots, but they buffed the HMG. That's my new favorite.
By the way, chat, we're talking about bugs here, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, we're talking about bugs. Tier list.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we all easily agree, right? Like, there's no scenario we're picking this up and being like, oh my God, I can't wait to hop into the bug planets. Like, nobody's ever done that, so.
It does kill bile spewers very well. It does kill shrieker nests, but it just has no stagger, bro. And when nothing. A million bugs are running towards you and you're not staggering them, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's worse than an AMR, isn't it? I'd say it's worse than the AMR.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
With the AMR, you can combine it with the jump pack, get high ground, and do a lot of stuff on the map as a support. Like, what are you going to do with this shit? Yeah. No, I agree.
Great. Yeah.
All right. EATs.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Peps.
So with the new little change on the ship module, right? My kid has the upgrade already. I haven't gotten it on my account.
In 3 seconds.
Oh, yes, sir. I like it, man. I think that alone made a lot of support weapons different, but especially this one because of its low cooldown. Like the fact that it comes in so fast and you can stick it to some targets on top of that and use it pretty much as pod damage, and then boom, it just drops. You know, I feel like it's great. And as you said, maybe even pick it up with the new Commando. Like when the Commando unlocks completely, it's going to be interesting, right? Yeah, and you have Commando when you need it in 3 seconds. Boom, you have the EATs, and then you have the Commando on 140 cooldown, right? So if you alternate them, that could be sick.
I think with Commando will be really interesting because again, we don't have the data miners didn't post the damage for the Commando yet. Someone in chat said it was 450. I'm pretty sure it's at least 400, which means you could do 1 EAT and 1 Commando, and that should kill a Bile Titan. It should, in theory. We don't know for sure yet. But again, combining things could be really strong.
Do you think have you tried this? Oh, well, we couldn't try it, right? That's why we have to do the testing. But do you think it will break the armor? Because even the EATs on Bile Titans are kind of weird, right? Like even if you shoot them from the side, sometimes the armor just doesn't break, and sometimes
because you have to press W.
Oh, here we go again with this W.
It is Bile Titan armor.
When are they fixing this?
They just me and Ervin just figured that out, and the devs know about it after that podcast.
So they're on a vacation right now or something, right?
Some of them.
Make the most of it, chat. Make the most of it.
Hopefully it gets fixed until I don't know, in a month or so. That will be nice. Because that changes everything, man. And
it
also,
does.
not a lot of people play as much as we do, so they don't have this information.
I know. That's
and-
why I brought it up in this podcast.
Yeah. That's a dub right there that they heard it and hopefully fix it.
The commando's available on the major order mission right now, and once we beat the major order, we're assuming it unlocks everywhere. All right,
Yeah,
Pips,
yeah,
what do you
that's how
vote
it always
EAT? Above recoilless or even an S tier?
I think with the current thing, like what I've tried, I tried it on PC, not on PlayStation yet, but it's, you know, the idea is the same. I really liked how fast it drops, and I'm gonna give it S because you gotta take into consideration a lot of builds that you can make with it, man. Like a lot of it. That people also don't realize how important it is that it now flies in 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's like literally game changing. You see a bile, you throw it down, it's there. It's just there. You don't have to wait 10 or 15 seconds because of the, you know, whatever modifiers. It's just there. So yeah, I think it's perfect.
Worst with the 5 gifted.
Let's go, Worst. Thank you so much for all
Nice,
the love, man.
Worst.
You're a G, man. You're a
W's
G.
in the
Thank you.
chat. And Phase Shifter, what do you think about the EAT?
So I used to play the Quasar and the Eat interchangeably before they changed the composition of the way that the Hordes work now against bugs. And I used to rate the Quasar more than the Eat. But
Mhm.
now
Me too.
I don't, for reasons we'll go into when we talk about the Quasar. I haven't got the new ship module, but I already would say it's like A+. And I don't have to go over what's just been said. Pips has explained it really well. I think if you get that ship module with the 3-second coming time, it's
It's a game changer, man. It's game changer.
It's S 100%.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I'll agree. So if we're rating them on their own, I would honestly put Eat like down here. But the benefit of Eat is that you could bring any other support weapon with it. So like you could run a freaking
exactly.
stalwart, or you could run a flamethrower, or grenade launcher, and just have EAT in your loadout. It's got crazy utility. I'm willing to put it at the top as well.
Really good. Stalwart
Yeah.
is a very good combination. If
I'm willing to
if you
put it
can
at the
get over
top.
The fact you've got to switch them around, it's very good.
Yep. True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All right, railgun time. I have
My
my
pain.
opinions on the railgun.
Oh, my pain.
So
It hurts
fun
me,
to
man.
play
So
them.
Pips,
So fun though.
Pips was spoiled by the crossplay bug because he used to one shot. Because he's a console noob. He used to one shot Bile
Yes.
Titans on PS5, back
Well,
and
I was
forth.
destroying them, face.
That's how
We're
me.
talking. Yeah. Go ahead, Phil.
That's how me and Pips met, because I was making a Bile Titan breakdown video, and I'm a PC player, you know, the master race, and I couldn't one shot Bile Titans, and I was like, how the hell is this dude doing it? So I messaged him.
Yeah.
I was like, can I use your clip? Pips
Remember
had
that clip?
Yeah, dude, I should go play it. Pips had a clip.
That was insane.
Pips had a clip of him just one-shotting 4 Bile Titans back-to-back with the PS5
Bro,
bug.
it was crazy, dude. It was so much fun. You needed nothing else in the game. You
So-
could have just ran in there without any gear.
He
It
is
was
spoiled.
incredible.
He's never going to rate the railgun high because he can't do that anymore.
Dude, it broke my heart. Like, I don't even want it to one shot. I understand that that's too powerful. But like, even now, like, what, 20 shots? Like, I don't understand. Like, at least, like, put it at, like, Bile Titans, maybe 7 to 10.
It's
Right?
6 shots them.
It does what?
It's 6 shots them.
You're talking probably like full on max.
So
I can do that. I couldn't do less than 14.
So
I
the,
tried it.
the issue with Bile Titan heads is their hitbox shifts when they're spitting versus when they're not spitting. So do you remember
great.
the corner of their mouth?
Yes.
So that's where you shoot when they are spitting. And when they're not spitting, you have to shoot their forehead. Chat, don't ask me why we know all this shit. No,
We tried the
it's
forehead,
it's
but-
the forehead if they're not spitting, but if they are spitting, it's that little corner where you used to shoot.
Okay.
All right, here's Pips'
So I
clip
need
of
to be
him
assigned.
one-shotting 4 Bile Titans.
in a
Oh,
row.
dude, this was so good. Watch this face. You're gonna love it. That's the perfect spot. This is how you one shot him. Careful. Be careful. Pip.
Look at this spoiled PlayStation player.
Look at this chat. That's how you one shot
the
him.
good old
Every
days,
single
chat.
time you can do that.
That is crazy.
I missed that one though. What the hell is wrong with me?
See, and he was using the Scorcher, bro. Use
Oh
the
my
Scorcher
God.
again.
Chat.
Look at that
that,
Senator
man.
gameplay.
No, that's a miss.
You missed.
There we go.
Chad, do
No,
you
I
remember
never
these
missed
days? Do you remember these days?
Ridiculous.
We got to do it again on the fourth guy. Come
Gotta
on,
be some
Face.
kind
Is
of
that not a
record.
thing of beauty? Look at that guy.
Yeah, nice.
Damn, this is how you know we're old.
Wait, what?
This is how you know we're old. We used to one-shot Bile Titans with the railgun.
Yeah.
All right, so I think, honestly, once you get the playstyle down with railgun, and once they fix the fucking Bile Titan head shit, it's honestly pretty solid. Like, again, combine it with Eagle strafing runs, orbital Gatling barrages, even supply pack so that you can spam more ammo out of it. I honestly want to say it's like bottom of A tier. It can't kill Shrieker nests or Spore towers. It can, but not in a good amount of shots. It does do work to Bile Titan heads, so I'll spam like 1 or 2 strafing runs against Bile Titans, and then it's just a couple shots from there. But if you want to take out a Bile Titan with a railgun, it's 6 shots if you 90% charge in the right spots.
Okay.
Yeah, remember when
I'm
Scorcher deleted Spore towers?
Yes.
That was
Dude,
crazy.
4 shots it was. 4 shots it was.
Across the map.
Across the map. For the railgun, I'd slap. For me, it's B. I'd slow it.
All right, FaZe, have you used railgun against bugs lately?
Yeah, I think it's A tier. I really like playing it, but a lot of that isn't just necessarily how good it is. I find it just a really enjoyable weapon to play.
Yeah, it's really
It
fun.
is. It is definitely enjoyable.
It rewards good mechanically sound gameplay and positioning as well. It's not the sort of gun you can just sort of throw caution to the wind with. You've got to actually be locked in. You've got to think about where you're moving to, what you're shooting at first. For that reason, I'm putting it as A. I enjoy it.
And it turns warriors to jelly. Come on, Pips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That one's the point, but I can't know. As you said, like I'm kind of biased because I felt that power,
Yeah.
back in the day. I felt it, and
I
now
never
they took
played
it
it.
away from me.
I
And
never
it's
played
like,
it until now. This is the first time I played it in this patch.
Yeah,
This
and
is
it
the
feels
first time I've
good,
properly
doesn't
played
it?
The railgun. It feels great, but I'll tell you what
feels
is nice
good,
with
yeah.
it: the adjudicator or tender.
You're cutting out,
If you're
FaZe.
happy to do that. Can you hear me now?
Adjudicator or
Yeah.
tenderizer?
Tenderizer adjudicator with the railgun is quite good fun if you're happy to be stripping charger legs
Yeah.
and taking that kind of role.
I mean, it is really good against Chargers. Don't get me
It
wrong.
could go
but,
high
like,
B tier, low A. I think it's good in the meta right now because there is less Bile Titans. It's pretty solid versus Chargers. It'll kill
That's a good
Brood
point, too.
Commanders. It'll kill... Oh, it's good against Bile Spewers.
Of course, yeah. I'd
'Cause it
put
just
it,
one-taps
for me
their head.
personally, it's B. Probably high B, low B doesn't really matter. For me, it's B.
All right, I vote A. What do you vote, FaZe?
A.
All right, A tier it is. All right,
It is.
the croissant cannon. What do we think?
Croissant!
What do we think about the queso?
Can I start?
Go
I'm
ahead.
really passionate about this one.
Yes.
I used to love the croissant, the cheese cannon, whatever you want to call it. I felt like even after its nerf, if you slapped a jetpack on and got good at kind of timing your jumps with your charge ups and turning at the end and getting a shot off, man, you could do some beautiful things with it. It was so good. However, and I would have put it controversially probably at S tier back then because I just love the thing. Since they've changed the game around, I'd struggle to put it any higher than B. I think, like, I just feel like
And
there's
they
so many
nerfed it.
Behemoth charges, huh?
And they nerfed it
Yeah, this patch.
a couple patches ago when they nerfed the
Yeah,
cooldown.
the timing cooldown. But what I think is the problem, because I didn't think that was that much of a problem really. I still got on with
Yeah,
it fine. It was the change of the composition of the hordes now. There's so many behemoths. The beauty of one-shotting charges has gone. And that used to be one of the things that I found so alluring about.
point.
I used to be like,
Good
man, I
point.
could just one-shot charges for fun, boom, boom, boom. And now it slows you down. The stuff with the Bile Titan heads as well is a bit all over the place. And yeah, I just don't enjoy it anymore. I actually put the expendable anti-tank higher for sure.
Yeah.
Than the Quasar. And I used to be the other way around.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw it out there and say I'm going to put it at C.
C tier? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna throw it out there.
He's the same way about Quasar as I am on the railgun, bro.
They've ruined it for me,
he's
and I'm throwing my
heartbroken,
toys out the
exactly.
pram. I hate it.
Worst
I
with
get
the
it. I get the
5.
feeling.
Worst with the 5 says the heartache I was speaking of. You can hear it here.
There you go. Worst
Yeah,
also
there you
knows
go.
what's up.
You know.
Yep.
Buff the Quasar. Bring it back. Bring back the Quasar cannon.
I also think that it's not just that it became in a way different. I also think that the other tools became better too. And I think that also left it behind a little bit, like everything's like getting a little bit of a buff here and there. But Quasar, as you said, the change of the pace of the game, like what are you going to do? When we used to play back then, 2 chargers, 3, yes, sometimes it would be crazy. It was 4. Now it's like charger everywhere. And that's why flamethrower is king. Like you don't care. Like you just stun, kill easily. So yeah, I don't think it's C. I still think it's usable. I would put it at B right now.
All right, Pips votes B, FaZe votes C. So what I'll say is even in the last meta with the old bug spawns, I don't think it needed nerfed. I think people were using it a lot because it was easy to use, took no backpack, it was really comfortable with infinite ammo. But I always said it was a side grade to the recoilless. And then when the recoilless got that reload speed buff with the animation cancel, I thought it was straight up better. Because let me tell you something about the Quasar I don't like. The 3-second frickin' wind up when you're like trying to aim at a Bile Titan and then he randomly changes directions or a random scavenger touches you. Like, so I always thought there was downsides to the Quasar that no one wanted to admit, and that's always been my hot take for the Quasar. And I think it's crazy they nerfed it, especially when they changed the spawns of bugs. So like now that there's way more Behemoth chargers, the Quasar automatically feels worse. And it just feels like there's no need for the nerf. And also people were spamming Quasar against bots, which is crazy to me because you don't need anti-tank launchers against bots. You literally just need Armor Pen 4.
Airstrike.
Yeah, well, they just enjoyed it against the gunships, not the gunships, but the ships coming in.
Dropships, yeah.
Dropships.
I put the Quasar in the same category as what they did to the Eruptor. I just don't feel like the Eruptor needed any of that stuff doing to it.
No,
like it was fine. It was great.
I don't know why they think that these things are like overpowered. Like they're not. They're okay. They're in a good spot. They're not OP because they're just simply not. And that's how it is. Like even the nerf though with the Quasar, as Filet said, it wasn't like that bad. I didn't think like sorry, FaZe was saying that, and I agree. I don't think it was that bad. But overall, was it really needed?
No.
I don't think so, man. Especially if you know that in the future you're gonna do this with the behemoths, right? Like then just throw it in there because it's still not enough anyway, with or without the buff. I'd argue that even if they didn't have that nerf done to it, you would still struggle today with the amount of behemoths.
See, I think someone in chat said you hardly notice the 3-second charge up when you get good with it. What I have to say to you is get good with the stationary reload of the recoilless.
I agree with you, chat.
That takes way more skill than sitting there for a dumb wind up. You know what the recoilless does? It puts fast, accurate.
Then put a jetpack on and keep moving. And use that time when the downtime to charge the weapon up. Think about what you're gonna do next.
Yeah.
But the recoilless puts fast, accurate anti-tank shots on target. This was always the best launcher.
Yeah, you see, it was wrong. See, FaZe, we should have put his recoilless in D tier, bro.
This is how he repays us.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Pips voted B tier. FaZe voted C tier. I think realistically, I'll put it in B tier as well. So we'll keep it there.
Okay.
All right. Medium machine gun. I want to go first with this.
Yeah,
so
go.
I'm going to vote above the HMG, and let me tell you why. First of all, this gun feels much better against durable enemies like brood commanders, even charger butts to an extent. But the fact they gave this an extra magazine, I feel like you don't need to run the supply pack anymore with this, and you could bring the laser buddy instead. And between this and the laser buddy, you can get crazy kill streaks, and it's very good for all the mobs that spawn.
Okay.
That's my take. I think above HMG.
I'd put it at C.
Really? Below Stalwart?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. because I think that if I want to run a machine gun build that will deal with the little guys, it's always going to be stalwart, and then I combine it with the Disruptor. And if I want a machine gun that deals with tougher enemies, I'll always run HMG. It's stuck in the middle, and it also has a slow reload, like the HMG, but has a low damage. And it deals with the little ones. It deals the same way the Stalwart does. And for me personally, Stalwart is more fun because of the, the crazy fire rate. So I'd put
Fun
it
factor.
below them.
Fun factor is a good reason. What do you think, FaZe?
I really do feel like the machine guns all feel pretty similar to each other.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And all kind of cover each other's weaknesses almost, which actually I think is how it should be. So the MG43 is the one I've used the least, but I wouldn't say that from what I've experienced with it, it's markedly worse than the Stalwart or the HMG. So I'm going to put it.
Yeah, I'm going to walk that back. Okay, I'm gonna walk that back. Just a little bit more thought. I think B. I don't want to put it in. Yeah, because FaZe made a good point. They're very similar. Below HMG though, I still like the HMG more.
What do you think, FaZe? Below HMG, above Stalwart, below Stalwart, above HMG?
Yeah, the point of contention for me is whether it's better or worse than the Stalwart. I don't think there's a question. I think the HMG is better. If we're going to split hairs about it, I'm going to put it below the Stalwart because I use the Stalwart more because I think it performs better.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it more too.
I don't have any hard data to go by there. I just don't really notice much, and obviously with the movement penalty and stuff, like I just feel like the Stalwart probably inches it.
All right, they both vote below Stalwart. I think it's slightly better just because you don't need supply pack, and it can deal with the medium enemies a bit better, bile spewers. And I think it's the middle ground between these. But I also like it better than the HMG because the ammo. It just has more ammo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna come down to also. It always comes down to this. It comes down to like the feel of the weapon. There's a bunch of weapons that might feel like somebody might think S tier, but for me, just literally because of how it sounds and feels, I might not like it. So it does come down to that. Like you got to feel the weapon out, and it's got to sit into that play style of yours. For me, it's HMG for sure. I enjoy it a lot lately, especially with peak physique.
That's fair. Worst with another 5. If devs nerf your S tier, our Patriot blood is on your hands. True, the devs are bot and bug sympathizers. It's crazy.
Yep.
It is
I want to say as well, the MG43, like, if you put me on a randomizer and gave me the Stalwart or gave me the MG43, I wouldn't say there'd be much in it. Like, if you've got a supply pack on, you can get by just fine. I just find the mobility of the Stalwart is what.
Yeah, it feels like a light primary weapon.
All right, I'll say this. I'm cool with you guys putting it below Stalwart, but I think on bile spewer maps, it's definitely better. So we could add that. We could add that caveat. If you get a bile, if you get a bile spewer map, you'll wish you had medium pen. But otherwise, I actually am really enjoying the Stalwart right now.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's fun.
All right,
and you can use the more primaries, more primaries with the Stalwart as well.
All right, Airburst rocket launcher. I know for a fact all 3 of us vote F tier.
Can you throw it off the whole screen?
Yeah, and honestly,
someone said before, is there a discard pile? Can we make a discard pile?
But I know the Airburst rocket launcher is a fan favorite weapon. Everyone in chat is triggered right now.
Lunatics, man.
You guys are crazy. Everybody that is spamming S, you guys have lost your mind.
Everybody loves the Airburst launcher. Don't ask me why. I think it's more of a bot weapon because when bugs are advancing on you, it's like, bro, it's gonna set off near you, dude.
Yep.
I was rating all support weapons on like multiple streams in a row, and we literally had the setup to team reload it like crazy, bro. And there were no bugs near us. And like a dead bug body flew at us from the last Airburst launcher, and then I shot another one and it got set off. And I was like, dude.
Yep, sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah.
I think against bots, it's definitely better because they don't advance as fast towards you.
Yeah, all jokes aside for a second, like the thing about it that I just do not like is it just feels so inconsistent. I spoke about it earlier in the in the podcast, you see people pull off these incredible shots with it, but then you're like, okay, do it again, and they can't. And that's what gets me. It doesn't.
Yep.
It doesn't. It feels very chancy and very kind of
Yeah.
RNG, whether it's going to
random.
work. And
It's literally
I don't
random.
like that. Yeah.
Worst
Like a
with
lottery.
another 5. He says on solo it's amazing, bots or bugs. Fair enough. Worst. Fair enough. We're roasting your favorite gun. It is what it is. One thing I really hate though, worst, I hate this as well. With the reload speed buff, the new ship module, for some reason the airburst barely gets anything. I put it in my video editor, it saves 0.4 of a second. When other, like the MMG saves almost a full second on it, which is crazy to me. I was sniper in D because this is a bugs tier list. And AMR is better against bots. All right.
Yep, definitely.
So we vote doo-doo tier. Better or worse than laser cannon, though? I'll say
worst.
I'll say airburst does delete groups of bile spitters, though, which is actually pretty nice.
I don't know. For me, it's like no. It's like no.
All right,
You know what
arc
I mean?
thrower
No.
time. Arc thrower time with the new Behemoth chargers. It took a bit of a downgrade. No,
Yeah,
I agree with you,
definitely.
Worst. I agree. Arc thrower with Behemoth chargers took a bit of a downgrade because it takes like 1,000,000 shots to kill a Behemoth charger. I think it takes
That's so
6?
sad, man.
6 versus regular chargers.
6, 7, usually 7.
Dude, I think it should stagger chargers too. All right, what do you guys think? I think
This is a tough one. I'll let you guys go first.
I think the Blitzer is literally better than the arc thrower.
I'm literally about to say the same thing. If I was going to take an arc weapon, I'd take Blitzer. So why would I take arc thrower? I'd have much better choices in my hands if I was to use the Blitzer and something else, as opposed to the arc thrower and something else, if that makes sense. There used to be an argument to use both, but that time has passed. So I would probably put it in C.
I picked
Because
D.
it kills chaff now. It kills chaff. It does kill chaff.
It does. It is. It's decent at mobbing. I'll say that. I agree.
So I'd
What do
say
you
a
think,
C.
Peps? I know you
I
love
think
the
that,
arc thrower.
I love it for the fun factor, but in reality, there's a bunch of problems with it. The problem is like it really does good ad clear. Like if you keep the range at approximately 20 meters, around 20, 25, you're good. It's going to clear most of it, and then it chains. I really enjoy it. The problem is with the normal chargers, it's always been good, right? Like 6, 7 shots, it's fine. You can take them out, but the Behemoths ruined it completely. And on top of that, when it comes to Bile Titans, bro, it's like it feels like you're tickling them. Nothing's happening. So those two factors are huge because now the gameplay has changed, unfortunately, and there's a lot of Behemoths. So probably C or B. No, not B because I don't think it's as good as machine gun. So yeah, it ends up at C.
C. So what? You both vote
There's
C.
a lot of AMR people in the chat are not happy about this. The arc thrower landing above. Sorry, the AMR landing below the arc thrower.
Well, it's in the bug sides that definitely is true. Like no matter how you
I think
look at
on
it.
bugs, arc thrower does mob pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
Yo, Greg with the 5 said, love you guys' content. I'm a disabled veteran who loves gaming, and Helldivers 2 has been very good. Not perfect, but for the money, I would Helldive for $42 before I COD for 70. Yo, thank you, Greg.
Let's go, man.
Agreed.
Much love to you, and agreed.
Much love.
Much love,
Much
man,
love, man.
I remember when Helldivers first came out, I was like, listen, you could buy Helldivers for 40, Pal World for 30, and you're going to get way more fun than Suicide Squad for 70.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the price point of Helldivers makes sense. It doesn't need, like, it is a complete game, but it's definitely more repetitive and less stuff to do than like most $60 or $70 games. But for $40, that's not bad. And you could find Helldivers on Instant Gaming. Use the link. Use my code. But yeah. So what? Arc thrower at C. It does mob pretty well, which gives it an up against AMR. By the way,
100%.
chat, even AMR in D tier, it is usable versus bugs. This doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. We just think it's worse than everything else. Except for these two.
Yeah.
Like AMR is one of the most fun weapons against bugs, genuinely.
Love it.
It is.
With
It
jump
is fun.
pack.
But everything that we put in this tier list that is above it is more effective, no matter
Yeah.
if you look at it from a realistic perspective. Like, and I've tested these weapons against bugs for hundreds of hours. Like, if you're playing solo, you look at it from a solo perspective, which is how I test them, there's just no reason to use it.
Yeah.
None. Unless you're having fun. If you're having fun, then that's a great reason you should do it.
Laser cannon is good, but against bugs, it's not the best. This is a bug tier list. Keep that in mind. Laser cannon's one of the best bot weapons. It's just not as good against bugs. It has no stagger, and when you're getting rushed down, like realistically, this is a solo weapon, or I'm sorry, a single target weapon. So when there's giant groups of mobs, like, bruh, you don't want a laser cannon. Let's be real here. But we said earlier, when you're 4 players and you're all laser maxing, it gets crazy and it actually is fun.
Yeah.
All right, new Commando Rocket Launcher. So take this rating with a grain of salt because we haven't been able to test it against bugs yet. But we do know the damage of it, which is 450. I think somebody posted that in my Discord. It's very similar damage to the Patriot exosuit rockets. So alone, it should 3-tap Bile Titans. It should 2-tap Charger Legs. But combined with other stuff, like if you have a Railgunner on your team, or even combined with an EAT, like you could use 1 EAT and 1 Commando to kill a Bile Titan. Or maybe you could bring Eagle Strafing runs with the Commando. I think there will definitely be some tech with this weapon. And it's only a minute 45 cooldown, which ain't bad. That's not a bad cooldown.
That's a good cooldown.
It is.
Especially if we combine it, let's say, with, as we were talking about this a few minutes ago, with the EATs. Man, come on. That could be so sick. You can literally alternate them, and you have tools. You will pretty much, what is it? So if you drop 1, you have 2 shots, and then if you and you can like 1-shot the Chargers, right? With the EATs, with the W. And then let's say by 1 shot, I mean, also like break their legs or whatever. And then you run out of those, you drop this one. Then by that time, EATs are back, and it's a constant rotation. It's going to be amazing.
And by the way, chat, when we get Commando launchers for bugs, don't shoot it at Charger Behemoth heads. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
although, can it,
I don't
if
think
it does
anything's worth
450, if it does 450 damage, can it 2-shot a Charger Behemoth head? I think it can.
How much is the AT?
Wait, does 450 AP6 2-shot Titan heads? What's the damage of Titan heads? This might.
In case you'd be able to kill 2 Titans with 1.
This might 2-shot Titan heads.
With W, right? With W.
No. Hold on, I'm looking at Bile Titan head damage.
750 Titan heads.
It can 2-shot Behemoths.
Hold on, let me pull it up over
Titan
here.
heads.
How much was it? Not 800?
This freaking spreadsheet is so weird to look at. Head, here we go. 750 health. Oh, you will be able to 2-shot a Bile Titan head without W key.
Without W key.
Is it a 4-shot weapon?
Yeah, and you get 4 shots with it.
Oh,
wait, that's good. Wait, that's good. We got to test that in game to be sure. But that's good.
Yeah.
Because
how much damage is EATs on Bile?
650. So technically it takes 2 EATs, but realistically you can do 1 EAT, 1 railgun shot, 1 EAT, 1 Eagle Strafing run.
All of those, yeah.
But if Commando 2-shots their heads, so someone leaked that it's 450. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know it does
even
at least...
if it's 400 though.
Yeah, if it's 400, which I know it does at least 400 because I 2-shot a tank with it. And a tank is 750 health.
Yeah, so it's guaranteed.
So
it's pretty much the same health.
It actually should 2-shot Bile Titan heads. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, but you know how this is, Filet? Then somebody, the what's it called? The Bile Titan would slightly look to the left, and now his armor takes 7,000% less damage. Like, I don't.
You gotta know where to shoot. You gotta know where to shoot. Again, when Bile Titans are spitting, you want to aim for the corner of their mouth. When they're not spitting, head on directly to the forehead.
Yeah, I feel like
it has the laser guiding too. I want to try it versus gunships. I think this thing could 1-shot a gunship engine. And with the laser targeting and their sway, it'll be easier to track them.
Yeah, it could be.
If it two shots Bile Titan heads, I think it's better than Eats. Because you can kill 2 Bile Titans with 1 call-in.
Whoa.
Eats
That's a
does
big
have
call.
less cooldown though, to be fair.
Does it
I
work
can't
like
wait
an E?
to.
Once it's
Mm,
used,
yes.
is that it? Can you not reload it? Can you not get a backpack on it or anything?
No,
Is it
no,
like a
no reload.
disposable
It's
weapon? Yeah,
disposable.
okay, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I can't wait to go try it after this.
You
Yeah,
could
this
turn
is
off
interesting.
laser to make it like an Eat. True. I guess you got to be aware if you shoot it, you got to keep the laser on target if you have that option on.
Don't put it in S now, though, man. If you put it in S now, you know what'll happen to it.
I know.
Yeah.
You
Put it
know
in.
what'll
Put it,
happen.
put it in D, bro.
Yeah,
put it in
this is
D.
honestly
Put it next to AMR.
doo-doo trash dog duckus tier. Devs, if you're watching this, don't nerf it. It's horrible.
Guys, chill out. Look, see, Filet put it in doo doo. Don't worry about it, guys.
I honestly think it's very comparable to Eat if it does the damage we think it does. It seems pretty solid. It should be able to kill like Shrieker Towers as well.
Yeah, I don't want. It's tough for me. Like for me, you know how I always go about these things, Filet. Like I like to, because once again, like you can pick this up and it might feel so good in your hands, like feel light and stuff. That alone will, change my mindset about some items. So I don't want to rush this, but probably it's gonna, by the looks of it, it's gonna end up being S tier.
Yeah, it seems solid. Here's some more. Here's the commando footage from earlier again.
Yeah, let me take a look. That would see.
Look at that fire rate as well.
Yeah.
It feels
that
light
full fire
too.
rate? Look at that.
I never instant shot it. I don't think.
Yeah, you didn't spam it, right?
I
So
think
it can
against
go
this
faster,
dropship
I'm
I
guessing.
do.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It shoots
It
pretty
looks
fast.
fun to use.
Yeah,
looks really fun to
it is
use.
really fun to use as well.
Let me see that.
I think against this
Oh,
dropship I shot it fast.
Damn. Yeah, that's fast, bro.
And
That's fun.
the handling feels good as well. Like look when
I like that.
look when I sway
Yeah,
around
look.
with it.
Yeah. There's no sway, huh?
It's pretty reactive.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
wearing
looks awesome.
I'm not wearing peak physique either.
Yeah, to the chopper. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and on these
It's very
factories,
Arnie, isn't it?
on these factories,
is,
you can
man.
shoot the walls. I shot the side of the wall on purpose to see. So it literally, it's gonna be so good versus bots. I already feel it. I'm pretty sure it should one tap Hulks. You
Yeah, I
can
like
kill
that. I like that.
factories. You could probably do objectives with it. It's pretty solid. Laser cannon against bugs, berserker. People keep asking about laser cannon. Listen, you guys know I love this weapon, but against bugs, it has no stagger. It's really only fun when all 4 people bring laser cannon and then you laser max with it. But it's more fun than it is effective.
Yeah. No. Leave that exactly where it is, bro.
Commando greater than Eat. You never call Eat as soon as its cooldown is up every time. That's true. That's true. A lot of times you don't call Eat instantly back to back. I try to whenever I use Eat. But I also want the drop pod to land on stuff now with the new upgrade.
Yeah, it's the new upgrade that I used to never run EATs, but I think that now with the new upgrade, it's incredible.
Yeah.
1 shot Hulk size, 2 tap body. Yeah, the commando seems very promising. I don't know, man.
Definitely.
I think it'll potentially be better than EAT, but for now, I'll rate it below it because we're not 100% sure yet. Yeah, true. That's another thing too. Commando lets you carry all 4 shots with you. With E, you have to shoot 1 and then run for the second one.
Yeah. Which is really effective for bugs because that's the problem with the Eat against bugs. It just turns into chaos.
Yeah, sometimes
you can't grab it.
Sometimes I throw my Eat down and then the swarm shows up and they're surrounding my last Eat.
And then you've lost your weapon for however long it takes for the new one to come in.
All right. I think this is our combined tier list. Not too much arguing. And look at the S, A, and B tiers. That's solid, 4 in each. And only a few weapons down here. And this is what I've been saying is that a lot of the support weapons feel really good against bugs now. Like they perfected the bugs somewhat.
The game's moving in the right direction. I keep saying this. Like
You just need
we've got to
content.
remember. Yeah, that's it. And that's a different conversation entirely, isn't it? Like what do they do there? But like in terms of the weaponry and the direction the game feels like it's going in, I'm really hopeful. At the end of the day, this game has been out for how long now? Is it 6 months?
I think
And
if we
we're
get
still playing it.
Yeah. I think if we get a really good balance patch against the bots, what they did with the bugs, the game will feel amazing.
Yeah.
Because I think the bugs feel really good to fight against now, and you could bring a number of loadouts. MMG should be A tier. Hey, I voted MMG above HMG, but them two voted it below Stalwart. With the caveat, that if it's a Bilespewer map, it's definitely better than Stalwart. So if it's a
The most contentious discussion we've had has been the machine guns, I think.
yeah.
That's been the biggest point of contention.
Just fix the drop-off damage and bot would be fun. Yeah, the drop-off damage thing needs fixed for sure. But yeah, that's our tier list, guys. I'll post this in Discord, the collective phase shifter pips thick tier list.
Yes, sir.
I'll post this in my useful stuff channel of my Discord. You guys can find it there, or this live stream will still be up. We're not done yet. We got one more thing to talk about. So someone made this post. Hold on, let me post this real quick. Someone made this post. Hold on. Somebody made this post on Reddit that I think there's points to it in both ways, but they said the game just did the one thing it could do to lose its appeal. Joel and his Terminid friends hacked a planet with no supply routes, took it over for the bugs, and instantly attacked cleared planets. This makes me wonder what's the point of clearing a sector when all of a sudden a planet magically converts just to make the MO have more time. It also undermines Gambit planets. If Joel wants more bugs, he will just convert a planet. I, for one, am maxed on everything, and I'm playing to liberate with fellow divers. Having our work undermined by an imaginary game master is borked. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm tired of fighting on the same planets over and over again because they switch MOs, and the planets we just took are taken back a day later. I want to see actual progress. With them taking such drastic steps as they did, there is no longer any feeling of progress. They will do what they want, even if it shouldn't be possible. We need to let them know we don't want this kind of action again in the game. There are plenty of planets. There's no need to artistically give one of them over to the enemies because we are doing good on the major order. This is why we haven't moved into sectors that do have paths. So I do think they could be a bit more creative with the major orders. I think if you look at the planet maps, though, there's a lot more sideways than there is more up and down. And I do think if we moved like up and down a lot more, like maybe they should bring the war closer to Super Earth, and then like we can conquer this sector, move forward, conquer this sector, move forward, conquer this sector, and then a bug planet can hop up here. It's just that we started like so deep in. I think moving up and down would make the feeling of progress be happening a lot better. I think a lot of the sideways action is what doesn't feel good to that person. And I don't necessarily disagree.
No, I think he's right.
I do also think... Go ahead.
I have a bit of a theory about Joel and what's going on with the major orders at the moment. I don't think what we're experiencing right now is what Arrowhead are actually intending. I think that they've had to put the brakes on everything because of the absolute shit show there was for the last couple of months with everything that's gone on with balancing, with the PlayStation thing, and, you know, the changing of the guard, as it were, with the CEO moving into a creative role. I think that they've had to kind of go, whoa, we are losing the player base. Let's do the basic things right before we start doing all the fancy stuff. I think what we're seeing here is just really low thought, kind of like, bleh, let's just give them more things to kill and just keep them ticking over. And that actually, once the Illuminates come out, once they get back off their holidays, they might put another balance patch out. And then I think then we're going to start seeing them utilize this galactic war a little bit more effectively. And that might be me coping a little bit. But I know Pips feels quite strongly about more content, more things to do. And I'm kind of on the fence about it. Does it need it? Or yes, no, maybe. But I do think that they are not showing their hand yet with the major order and the galactic order.
When do you think, when do you think, and I'm asking this because I also want to talk about something real quick. When do you think that content's going to come? Like whatever you're expecting to come, whatever it is, like Illuminate, where do you think it's going to be timed?
I think like end of August, September time. I think, which might be too late for a lot of people.
You see the scary thing there though?
Yeah,
Like
I
that's
do.
what I'm afraid of. Like what about when Space Marines comes out? What do you do then?
Yeah. Because I'll be playing
That's
that
what-
game.
Yeah, yeah, and it's exactly right. And I guarantee you, 80% of the community is gonna be there too, right? Like they're gonna try that. That game looks incredible. People are gonna try it out. So that's why when I say they should have added content, my idea of it was they should have already somehow done a little bit more. Maybe this probably sounds horrible, and I understand that people need vacations or whatever, but I think it would be smarter if they could have, not smarter, could have, obviously, maybe they can't, and that's fine, because the timing of content now, because if they can't drop it in September, like I don't think they will. I don't think that makes sense if to drop it around the same time as Space Marines. I don't think so.
Yeah, you make a good
I think
point.
that's
You make
risky.
a good point.
Also, chat, I think the vacation thing was a bit overblown because they've apparently already been on. Well, first of all, bro, the whole company is not going to go on vacation at the same time. That didn't happen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That literally didn't happen. They've apparently already been on vacation, but we've gotten multiple updates since then. We had the Commando being added to the game today. Last week, there was a hot fix, fixing some of the crashes. What else did they do in that hot fix? Oh, they added the new ship modules while they're apparently all on vacation. Even Twinbeard said in the chat that the whole company's not on vacation. They're not abandoning Helldivers 2. So the whole company's...
yeah, that's obvious.
The whole company's not on vacation. That was like an overblown message that people made YouTube videos about.
Who'd do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, another thing I think with the major order that people don't realize is that in Helldivers 1, I'm pretty sure deeper in the map was where the Hive Lord was, because these are like the Terminid homeworlds. So I also think they purposefully haven't taken us into these deeper worlds, because that's where, when they take the story there and there's the Hive Lords, that like that's where they're gonna be. So that's what we kind of need to wait for. That's why I brought up that maybe we should have started closer to Super Earth, because then we could have a nice progression forward. Like if we started down here on Sulfura, and then we conquered deeper and deeper. Yeah, like we're starting so deep in. Like think about it. We've been fighting in like these two deeper sectors like since the game came out.
I get what you're saying, but don't you think that no matter where we started, I think the point he was making is, why are we even fighting and taking this if 2 seconds later I take this and then other planets like get overrun again, right?
And that's the problem.
So even if it was on the bottom, well, let's say, or I understand what you're saying in terms of progression, but like I felt like that. You remember when we took out the bots?
Yeah, and like, they came back 2 days later.
Bro, was it even 2 days?
It was 2 days. Exactly. It was literally
and
2
boom,
days.
just like that, they appear. Oh, you know, that kind of felt like we took it out as a community. Everybody was pushing for it, and now they're back. Hello, here we are. We feel good. Everything's okay. You know, like
it feels undercooked at the moment from this.
I felt like
yeah,
I felt like bots should have been gone for at least a week.
Yeah, something
like they could have slow roll. I feel like they were maybe scared to keep a whole faction out of the game for that long.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Most people liked bugs more anyway, and so I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. And everyone would have been saying every day, when are the bots coming back? When are the bots coming back? But they literally came back 2 days later. I feel like it took a little bit of the excitement out of it.
You remember we were expecting Illuminates. You remember that, right?
I was expecting Hive Lords while the bots were gone.
Dude, I was waiting for I was looking at the sky and we're looking for the lasers and people were losing their mind. It was cool. But then nothing happened, so.
Yeah,
I do think they put the brakes on, though. I do think they put the brakes on. I think there was stuff coming, and then everything that happened over the last few months, and they've kind of gone, whoa, we need to get the player base back and join the actual core gameplay before we start doing all this fancy stuff. But that could just be me coping.
No, and if they did that, I don't mind at all. What I'm saying is they need to time it smart. They need to, because if they don't, bro, like think about this. And once again, I absolutely love this game. I'm very passionate about this game, and me and Filet talk about this all the time and everything. But realistically speaking, I've been doing this for a while. If you don't play your cards right, this is just like any other marketing or business move, right? And if that game, Space Marines in this case, which is so similar in terms of gameplay, which it is, similar. Killing aliens, you're in the space, but there's better customization. The gameplay looks smooth as hell. And how many games really put out 30-minute gameplay videos like that, Face? The ones that really are confident of what they're showing. You see a lot of these trailers nowadays, Face, and they're like 17 minutes, and it's trailers, like the cinematics, and then you have devs talking for 14 minutes, and they don't show you gameplay. Yeah. And then these guys throw you 35 minutes of gameplay that means something. The only
and it looked nice as well. It looked nice.
And the only thing we don't know is the end game. Is there going to be replayability, right? But let's say there is. Let's say there is.
I hope the PvE end game in Space Marines is fun, because I'll play PvP, but I want the PvE to be really fun.
Did you hear what they say about it though, Philly? They said so there's going to be pretty much when you're going to get through the campaign, there's going to be some kind of dungeons. And also like hard mode missions where you can like repeat farm them and get the gear you want and the weapons and upgrade your skills and weapons through those and like drop rates and everything like that. So it's like almost like a looter shooter full on, like in a way like D2 / the First Descendant is right now.
Yeah.
It's sounding good. And that's what scares me because I love this game and I don't want to come out like, oh, Pip is saying the game is dead. I don't think the game is dead. I don't think the game is going to be dead. No. I'm just saying
will you quit First Descendant for Space Marines?
Yes.
You heard it here first, boys.
I'm very interested in it. I'm having a blast in the First Descendant right now. I'm going to start uploading like build videos and stuff soon. But I think that Space Marines is just, for our community too, it's going to be a blast. Like
it's a nice transition over from Helldivers. It makes sense, doesn't it, from that standpoint? And also, Warhammer fans are already in Helldivers. It's going to be a really nice side for everyone, I think.
Everyone, man. And we should do some streams together for sure.
100%.
Oh, yeah, when Space Marines is out.
PvP, man. Oh, we could do some great stuff.
I'm like, I never like to, flex or like, you know what I mean? Like I'm super humble and shit. No, super humble. But I'm telling you, hit your boy up for PvP. I got you, man.
Yeah, nice. Let's get it done.
Carry.
Let's get it done.
We'll just have to play on high ping.
2v6.
Yeah.
He's not going to have to play on... What the hell? I have like only 300 ping, Filet. It's all good, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like to get back on the major order discussion, I think it's worth pointing out that after the game lost players a little bit, this giant spike right here, this giant spike was when we took the automatons out. So people actually do really care about the major order. And when there's excited stuff going on, people tune back in. Because, like, dude, we had almost 350k players after we had, like, around 200k for a month.
Yep.
When we took the automatons out. That was, like, the biggest spike after launch.
It looks like the player... Could you go right to the end of the line? Like, to today, basically. Because it looks to me like it's actually kicking upwards again.
Yeah.
The player base looks like it's kicking upwards again.
Little bit.
It sits around 40 to 50 nowadays.
It's picking up a little bit more.
40 to 50, which is, dude, it's really good. People don't realize it. That's
this is amazing.
Good. Yeah, for a game that doesn't have right now new content, it's fine.
This game feels like it's
no new content. Nuts.
Yeah, once they add a Luminous, this shit will be crazy. Yeah, I feel like our
or Vermintide or Darktide,
even Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
people
probably got more players.
Yeah, a lot of people still play Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead's got loads of players, I think, still.
Is this the right one?
Two. Left 4 Dead 2, not Left 4 Dead 1.
I think I'm on 2.
Here, you got it there.
Where's the chart? Here it is. Yeah, it's literally the same.
Yeah, it's around the same.
Yeah. They've picked up a bunch recently. It's literally their low end is 30k, their high end is 45, 50.
46, 45, yeah.
And this is just Steam numbers, not console.
And that's the same with Helldivers, isn't it? I think.
There's pretty much.
PlayStation players as well. So.
And these are pretty much the same genre of game as well. They have an update recently.
It's a horde shooter at the end of the day. Like, it's the same thing over and over again. People are going to go and do other stuff. And then occasionally you go, do you know what? I want to play Helldivers, or I want to play Left 4 Dead, or I want to play DRG. That's kind of how these games work. I think we're humans. We get bored easy.
Yep. But yeah, So there's probably a way they could make the major orders a bit better than we take a planet and then the enemies take it back instantly. Because I think that would add more excitement. And I do hope in future major wars we start like down here. That way we can actually progress forward. And even if, like, let's say we take this sector right here where there's Krakatoa, Nebularia, and Sulfera. Like, maybe we take these planets, but then the bugs take one back. But then after that, we move forward. I do think the, like, taking a planet and then they take it back and that goes on for weeks. That definitely gets old to a lot of people. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Agreed. What did I
Yeah?
say? What did I agree to?
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah?
No, as I said, I think the problem is always going to be what that guy said, right? If you don't kind of showcase that you value the time people put in the game, and you just they take something and just to win time, you just put it back in. That's what rubs people off in the wrong way, you know. And I think
cheap.
Yeah, it just makes sense to be. Why did I do this? I spent 7 hours playing this to liberate, and I wake up and it's back. Well, why did I? What was I doing? You know, I think that's what people feel.
Yep. All right, guys. This was a 2-hour podcast today. This shit went hard.
Jeez, was it?
Oh my God, time flew by. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
We spent a lot of time on that tier list talking about weapon combos. I felt like this was a fun podcast compared to what we're normally talking about.
Yeah.
I
It
really
was a
enjoyed
pleasure,
it.
man.
Instead of
Yeah,
talking
you too.
about,
Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having me on.
of
man. I really
course,
enjoyed myself. Thank you.
instead
It
of
was a pleasure, brother.
instead of talking about news or this or that, we actually talked about the game, which was really fun.
Yep.
And I think our bug tier list definitely shows that there's a lot of good support weapons you could do against bugs right now. And they do feel like the better faction overall since the update. Gunter with the 5 says, I think they're also trying to get some of their ideas and plans for the game to work well on this game engine. Seems to be a lot of work optimizing. That is facts. That is facts. That's another cool thing about Space Marines is it's going to be on the Swarm engine.
Oof.
The same
God.
one that made...
Nice.
I think it's the same devs that made World War Z, which I don't think a lot of people played that game, but I'm pretty sure it had a great engine.
It's gonna be a good time, man.
But yeah, go hop into the new bot world, try out the Commando today. Also, check out the co-hosts because both of these guys make really great content. Pips is playing a lot of First Ascendant right now, but since the Commando just came out, you know he'll be back on Helldivers. FaZe,
for sure.
Better be.
FaZe just posted his part 2 to great weapon combos in the game against both factions as well. So I just spammed that link in chat. It's also all in the description. Go check out both their channels, guys. We're all very experienced, handsome Helldivers. Show them your bald head, FaZe.
I can't do that, man. I'll blind them.
It'll be too
You're
shiny.
gonna get blinded, chat. You ready for the shine?
You guys are about to see the full
Look at
power.
Whoa! Make sure you're wearing sunglasses.
Oh yeah, and FaZe always puts good synthwave music in his videos. Like, you guys already know. You gotta
Beautiful
check them out.
shaped head, though. Holy shit. I will say that.
All right, boys.
I knew there's a reason I liked you, Pips. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
We'll all team up for some games soon on stream.
100%.
Someone in chat said, calling in a toupee.
Down.
Raymond, we appreciate that. He says, I enjoy watching all 3 of you guys play Helldivers too. I'm a fan of all 3 of your channels, that's for sure.
Appreciate
It's
it,
me,
man. Thank
Mr.
you.
Pips, Raymond.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Raymond, my
There we go.
boy. What's up, Ray? He's the Ray's one of the crazy ones, you know.
And
I like 'em.
FaZe, me and Pips will definitely have you back. I think I'm gonna start getting two guests. That way we can get more YouTubers on
Yeah.
here at the same time. And we'll have
Nice.
we'll have a full squad discussion,
Awesome.
Yeah.
which will be fun.
And you know what we should do? You know, I got an idea.
We all have to
we-
use
we
the
got-
pummeler.
We're gonna do a stream. No, what? Why would you, man? We're at the end of the stream. Everything was going so fine. I have to. Anyway, me and FaZe against you. Pick someone. 2v2 race, kill race. 40
2v2
minute
kill race.
mission.
Ooh. Nice.
We could do-
I'm not
we could
getting
do-
ragdolled. I'm not getting ragdolled.
We could do the
Nice.
nuke nursery mission.
Nuke. Which one is that?
The one where you blow up
Yeah.
you set off a nuke at the nursery.
Yeah. That one. Yeah. The
Yeah,
one that
that
has
one-
like
It spawns so
big-
many
big
bugs.
pee-pee. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
That'd be
What
great,
about a
though.
big
We
PP
should
you
get that in the
said?
game anyway.
Yeah, it looks on the map. It looks like a big pee-pee, man. The rocket thing.
2v2 kill race.
A worst with the
Yes.
20 says we need a round ASAP. Do not disappoint. Worst, we try to keep it more news styled on the podcast, but we'll definitely team up for some games. Next time I'm
Yeah,
streaming,
for sure.
I'll get one of these guys on.
Get
I don't
both?
know though. I don't know. Will you guys be awake at like 4 in the morning? Because that's when I stream.
You know usually what time I stream. Like 3 hours
Yeah.
before this is what 4 hours before this is when I start. That's what I'm gonna.
So I gotta stay
Probably
up
test
all
the-
night to play with you, Pips.
Man, you're the one that sleeps 20 minutes and you're fine. So it's like,
Dude, why do people think that?
what? You literally. I think you don't sleep. Like I'm gonna be super straight up.
I
honest
go
with chat.
to I go to sleep, and you're streaming, and then I wake up and I say good morning to you. You're still streaming.
Exactly my
Bro.
point, bro.
Listen, I'm on the internet for 16 hours a day, not 24 hours, and I sleep the other 8.
No, not true.
Wow.
Not true. Not true. That's
Yeah.
not true, actually. He's lying, chat. He streams 16 hours. He gets off. He sleeps 20 minutes. He gets back up, and he's on the grind. That's the truth.
I'm on the grind, boys.
Yeah, I respect it, man.
Yeah. So is there a stream today?
No, I'm streaming
not today.
tomorrow. I'm gonna be testing everything. What about you, FaZe?
Tuesday for me. Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah.
He's streaming on Tuesday.
Tuesday, mate. With a bottle of
Oh,
water.
before you go, FaZe. Before you go. Okay. I've been working on this, and you gotta rate it, and you gotta be honest about it. Okay. I'm gonna do an accent, bro.
Can I put
Hear
it in
me
a tier
out.
list?
Yes, put it in tier list, bro. I'm confident. Okay.
Okay.
If it doesn't happen the first try, give me a second try.
I'll
But
let them
me-
do this
let
real
me
quick,
see.
chat. I'll let them do this before we end.
Okay. Thank you. Harry Potter, would you like a cup of water?
Oh my god.
Let's go. What? Filet, what?
All right, we're
Was
ending the
that bad?
stream. I'm cutting Pips off.
No. Filet. That was,
He's gone. He's
Filet,
gone.
No.
Can't see him
Do it
anymore.
again.
He's done.
It was great.
Do it again.
Filet. No, bring me back. This is not fair. I need Filet to do it too, bro.
Yeah, I'm literally cringing out of my body. It's an out of
What?
body. It's an out of
It
body
was
cringe
perfect,
experience.
bro. Harry Potter, would you like a cup of water?
Say,
I don't think
say,
it gets better
Harry
than that.
Potter, would you like a bottle of water?
No, that was horrible. That was horrific. I'm telling you, it was good. Pips,
You're
bacon,
a
watch
wizard,
your mouth.
Harry. All right, guys, go
I
check
have
out
disease.
Go
I killed
check
someone.
out Pips's channel for this wildly entertaining Harry Potter impressions. And go
Faze
check
was
out
shocked.
Phase
It's
Shifter
blown my mind.
if you want to listen to some synthwave while you're playing Helldivers. And subscribe to me, because you guys know I go live sometimes. I'll probably be live again tomorrow night. I gotta work
Appreciate
on
you
some
guys, man.
videos
Thanks for
too,
today.
man.
It was great.
I gotta work on some videos.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, boys. And with
pleasure.
that, everybody
Bye,
have
chat.
a good
Take
night.
care of yourselves. Keep
Goodbye,
diving.
chat.